map for the first time, and I don't remember to switch it. Okay, so that one is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Falling. Oh, here we go. Healing stuff. Are we okay with slow natural healing and not going all the way back to full once you sleep on it?
I need to get some healer's kits.
Yeah, that's fine.
We all need to get some healer's kits.
And
It's going to be like...
We have a cleric, so you're going to be so important, Colin. So important.
You're going to be overworked is what you are.
I know.
Colin?
Yay! Because I remember, I have it in my notes, like the pronunciation. In my notes.
I don't think it's going to come up much, but madness is on the table.
Madness can be actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
I ran Out of the Abyss from my group not too long ago, and madness is a frequent thing in that, and it was actually pretty hilarious how it ended up working out a lot of the time. One way, you first.
Oh no! I mean, that's all I was gonna really say is that it's. I don't intend on using it, but if it needs to come up, it's on the table. That's all that I have to say about that.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't. I don't.
I mean, as it is, madness.
Let's see.
Something have to trigger it.
We're playing on a grid. On corners, you can't cross the corner of a wall. Okay, so I don't know. I've had people discuss that a lot. I don't know if that's a big deal.
So you can't use it. You have to do the vertical horizontal movement to go around the wall, right?
Yeah, you have to exit out straight. You can't cross over a corner.
You can't do it. Yeah, you can't do diagonal. You have to do the horizontal vertical movement.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That's easy peasy.
Yeah. Renown. We're going to be using Renown for the various factions. You don't have to keep track of Renown, but I will award Renown. And if you don't keep track of it, you guys want me to keep track of it?
I could keep track in my notes.
Yeah, I mean, I have a document. It's a spreadsheet that could be the party Renown, and it could have everybody's Renown on it. I would just, hope that you would plug your Renown numbers in there, or track it on your character sheet, or something.
I think last time I checked on the character sheet, but I also keep track in. Now that I have to do my own journal.
I mean, the bio page has an allies and organizations tab.
Yeah,
that's where you put it.
Boom, boom.
Never played with Renown before. It might be kind of fun.
Yeah. Identifying a spell, invalid spell targets. We're going to be using templates for spells. And so if you have a spell that has an area of effect or something, I will provide you a template for that spell, and it will have the shape of the spell on there. And I would suggest that you read all the spellcasting stuff. Sleep is a requirement. Whatever. Gotta take off your armor to sleep.
Yes.
Usually.
So if you're woken up and you normally wear heavy armor, you suck. Well, you don't suck, but you're kind of at major disadvantage.
Yeah, or you just have the wizard cast mage armor or something on you, if you can.
Great, use up my spell slots? Rude.
Climbing on a bigger creature, disarm, overrun, shove aside, tumble. They're there if you want to use them. Feats are a thing. And then finally, we've come to this point where we talk about gritty realism.
Well then, Nate, question. So are you going to do the whole spell things that have to be when it says choose a point, you're doing it at the vertices, like it rules as written?
I don't...
Or are you doing it more where you're going to give a template, but we're going to be able to move the template around?
So the final sentence here on spellcasting says, and can be positioned however the caster likes within the bounds of the rules. So I'm going to be loosey-goosey on what a point is.
Okay.
Because I think that's more fun.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you guys feel about that? Because it's going to be the same for everybody.
I don't cast spells.
I'm fine with it. I've seen people do some funny stuff with fireball. a lot of time, like if they're like trying to avoid completely killing the fuck out of everything, like they'll aim it like slightly above where it needs to be, and hit
Right,
from
and so
there.
you're hitting people with the hemispherical dome kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as someone who will be casting, like I don't know if I'll be using a lot of the like area of effect stuff, but I'll be doing some spell casting here and there.
I will have some area effect, definitely.
Yep.
So
Hexblade, so a lot of close range stuff.
is it gonna be so one thing that I guess it doesn't really matter all that much, but holding a spell as a reaction that requires concentrating on the spell.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna do that, that means you can't be concentrating on like a duration spell kind of thing.
Right.
Um, I don't know. I was thinking about maybe just changing the way readying a spell action works. But
How were you thinking of changing it? Because that's how I've been ruling on in like my other games. I've been ruling how to do holded spell actions because you're concentrating on the spell energy, so you can't concentrate on something else.
right. No, I was just thinking of changing it so you still have to concentrate on it, but like that whole you lose it if you don't use it within 6 seconds. I think you should just be able to continue to concentrate on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, but then like, so let's just say whoever can cast spells in this party is like, I'm gonna hold a power word kill until we see the first thing.
I think it's gonna be a long time before we gotta worry about that one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like a spell in general. You can just say, before we enter the dungeon, I'm gonna prepare this spell, and I'm gonna hold it until the first thing that's gonna break my concentration comes along.
All right. Well, let's just not do that then, because it's not even like all these rules that I presented forth are all straight out of the book, and I don't want to
It also prevents
wiggle with that.
things we come across from saying, "Oh yeah, they heard you come in 10 minutes ago, and they've been holding this spell with your name on it."
This is true. This is true.
And I'm muted.
Yeah, I heard nothing there from you for a long time. What do you think, Steve?
I don't know. I've only been able to half listen. I've been focusing on the stream.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's no fun.
I don't know. For me, I think it's just getting more complicated than I'm going to be able to handle, but if I'm reminded of it, like, I don't know. It's how much you guys want to police me on these, I think.
No, yeah, I'm the DM, and if I fuck up on the rules, it's my fault, and that's my responsibility. So I'll help you with that. I'm cool with that.
Definitely seems interesting with that super long rest period.
Yeah.
Trying to raid a dungeon. I kind of
no
like the idea of trying it out.
Is that too far?
Admittedly, I'm not big on the whole gritty realism thing, but partially because I'm a caster and well, okay, Warlock, we're gonna be taking a lot of short rests if like this happens. just saying.
Well, that's just it. You wouldn't get short rests throughout the day. You would only get them like when you rest at night, I believe.
Exactly. Like I got 2 spell slots, guys.
Well, the gritty realism thing, the whole thing where you have to spend hit dice to regain your hit points on during a long rest in addition, and like similar to instead of like getting all of them all together, similar to a short rest, you can still take short rest in between combats.
It changes it too. Long rest is a week. Short rest is 8 hours.
Oh fuck that shit! Sorry.
It's like I can see the appeal to some people, but like, well, let's face it,
turns
it's like
wizards into warlocks because you only get your arcane recovery.
Yeah.
After 8 hours.
It basically nerfs all the casters.
That I'm not cool with, That part I'm not cool with.
I mean, I just think
I'm
it's
cool with
kind of
this look.
says instead of sitting around in the dungeon and resting for an hour and continuing on, you have to leave the dungeon,
Lick your wounds.
lick your wounds, and then come back the next day. That's this like at the game table, it takes the same amount of time, right?
Yeah. The other part is like, more time.
It's just
More
you're
time is gonna be spent
forcing 9
rest.
short rests before you can take a long rest, which is kind of a stinker.
I kind of like
Plus,
the idea of a short rest being okay. Let's take a breather. Not okay. Let's sleep for a night as a short rest. I don't know.
plus, well, let's face it. It's like with gritty realism, we're going to spend way more time just sort of sitting around recovering and less time adventuring, which that's what we're all here for.
If you
Okay.
notice, however, both of them seemed okay with it until I mentioned that it fucks with their spellcasting.
Oh no, I
Rule
was.
that it
No,
stays
because
the same.
I thought the
Dude,
gritty
check the
I thought
Discord. I've been against it from day one.
I thought the gritty realism thing was the one where the long rest, you don't get all your HP back, you get your hit dice, and that one
Oh,
I'm
that's
cool
just
with.
slow natural healing.
Yeah, that one I'm cool with. A short rest taking 8 hours, that I'm never cool with.
Yeah,
That's just it. It's like what's the difference in game is like you go and say, okay, guys, we want to take a short rest, and I say,
Yeah,
okay.
but except when it comes to parts where it's like, okay, we have a time crunch mission where we have to take this done within a certain amount of time, and
Oh, whoops.
we get into a combat and everything like that, and we need a second to catch our breath, or it's like that, either that choice, or it's like, okay, well, we can't catch our breath, we're completely limited in what we can do. Our abilities are kind of tapped, but we still have to keep going because we only have another 2 hours to try and get this one dude.
Right, yeah. No, there would be some times when it was like that, but I was talking throughout the week about how I was going to try to alleviate those situations with my ability as a DM. But I think it's just out.
Guys,
Everyone's
don't you
like,
wanna
I don't
play-
like it, so it's out.
Don't you want to play D&D Dark Souls edition?
if I want to
Dude.
play Dark
No,
Souls,
I don't even
I'll
play Dark Souls
Souls.
Dark Souls edition. Like I don't even play Dark Souls edition.
I want to play a really hard D&D campaign at some point.
Dark Souls. In fact, a Dark Souls D&D campaign.
I'm gonna be back in just a minute, guys. Sounds like we got company downstairs. I need to see what's going on.
Okay.
Okay. Now I have a homebrew to create.
Yeah,
Like
that's your job.
maybe if it wasn't level 1, because that just sounds so horrible for me to do like previous level 1. It's like, nope, I'm gonna jump into the pit right now.
Dark Souls is something I definitely it's something I have to be in the mood for. I think it's a good game, but oy.
Cool. Well, we're so no to gritty realism.
Yeah, it's
But
like I don't
yes,
mind
also-
the idea of like using a healer's kit to start up like
Yeah, the
even
slow
hit
healing.
dice.
The
That's
slow
fine.
healing. Yeah, slow healing. I'm cool with that one. I just didn't totally read gritty realism.
What I really like about the slow healing is just in my mind, I have a hard time with. Yesterday, I took a battle axe to my face and I was knocked unconscious from the damage. Today, I'm fine.
Okay, well, there
Because you
is
had-
a lore appropriate like answer to that, in which case, like, if they're resting to regain their spell slots anyway, why can't some of that spell slot energy be used for like cure wounds in a guy's axe face?
and that'll be the guy's new name, Axe Face.
Axe face is the name of my zealot barbarian. It's just like an asterisk on his face. All right. So let's see here. Moving.
We're gonna be starting up from scratch, right? I can delete like all these old notes, or am I keeping them?
I was just gonna get into that. Are we gonna start where you guys left off, or are we gonna start fresh? I'd like to kind of start off where you guys left off, and we'll just supplant one character for another.
I'm cool with that. I mean, I have all these notes, and I would feel like, great, and I had to delete all these and start again.
The only problem is that we don't have the game footage from that session.
Right. Well, I
So-
can do either way. So whatever you guys prefer.
Yeah, I'm gonna say leave it to a vote. I say we vote on it.
I'm a bit biased since I am coming in new here, so starting fresh would make my life probably a little bit easier. But I'll deal with whichever direction you
Okay,
want to go
well,
with.
I'm 1 of 5 here, so my vote is to start fresh.
My vote is whatever majority rules, and I'll have to make a vote if I had to make a vote.
Okay, so you're abstaining. That means if Kaylin or Tug vote to start fresh, that's what we're doing.
Exactly. So, like, if they both decide they want to keep going, then I'll be tiebreaker vote. But other than that, I'm good.
I'm the tiebreaker vote.
Well, you already made a vote, so I had to be the tiebreaker vote at this point. Jeez, Nate. Gosh.
Just kidding.
Well, no, we already got 2 for start fresh.
Right. So if you
So-
both of you decide to continue on, I'll be like, okay, so it's my turn to decide.
Yeah, it is. Oh, Bowser, you're
I
so...
kind of want to say start fresh just to deny you that right.
Spite is a powerful force.
It truly is. But he doesn't know which way I'd be going, so.
Sorry. So, are we waiting for Steve?
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm gonna have a smoke while we wait for Steve, and then when Steve gets back, we'll start.
Cool.
At the yawning portal, no less.
Hopefully nothing bad happens.
Can we keep our experience points?
No.
I want to be halfway to level 2 already. Level 1 sucks.
It was worth a try.
Sorry. Sorry.
Level 1's bullshit, guys.
I mean, as it is, I'm going to find a place to like sell a bunch of equipment and like get some different stuff because, despite being proficient with certain things at the beginning, and then like a hexblade doesn't start off with those things.
Well, you should have rolled for gold and just bought your shit. That's what I did.
I don't trust the dice to do anything important during
See?
character creation.
Well, how are you gonna afford to buy it before you go adventuring then?
Oh, I took the default starting equipment.
Okay, right, but you were talking about going and getting stuff from town, so you got like a little bit of gold, but not.
Oh yeah, there's some gold in there. There's just some other stuff that like other extraneous bits and pieces.
Wait, what? Your starting gold would only come from your background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you got up max what, 20 if you're a noble?
I mean, as it is, like it's not an insurmountable thing. Just gotta like remember like saving up for like a long sword or something, like some sort of like just placeholder weapon till I hit like level 3 and can actually get my like Pact of the Blade feature. Then yay, never have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, true that.
As well as maybe some like decent armor.
I mean, what does Pact of the Blade give you?
He can summon his weapon from out of thin air.
Yeah, but
basically,
yeah, you can summon the weapon, but the feature is like using your charisma bonus is like level 1 hexblade,
One
right?
hexblade, yeah.
Another part of it is it's a magic weapon that you can just.
It's considered magical for purposes of overcoming resistances. Yeah.
Well, why would you get improved pact weapon, pact magic, whatever?
And then it's a +1, but at least it's still considered magical for like just overcoming resistances as opposed to having the bonuses damage and attack.
Look, if we're coming across something that has magic resistance, I mean not magic resistance, resistance to non-magical attacks, like my character's leaving. As soon as I see my crossbow bolt just sort of like plink and fall off, and then yours magic attack go through like it's nothing, I'm just gonna walk away.
Plus,
But that's why we have spellcasters. Like stuff it away. I'm throwing these spells at them.
Well, at that point, I can't do shit. So,
Take the
well,
hits. Dodge them. Dodge the hits.
Because that's what I'm gonna do.
Take the dodge action and be like, "Ha! You can't hit me, bitch."
Is there such thing as a pirate rapier?
I think it's.
I think it's just a rapier.
And then you can just add the word pirate in front of it and flare it up.
Get like
yourself.
a little skull and crossbones hilt.
Or you're talking about like a cutlass.
Well, yeah, but I want the 1d8.
Well then, yeah,
Good
just get the rapier and put the word pirate in front of it, and it can be flared in your version of how a pirate rapier would be.
When in doubt, just fluff it.
But I want to be.
So Nate, one thing with our money, it's gonna be hard to backtrack all the stuff that we got as far as money.
Well, we just starting equipment.
But I rolled mine.
Well, get normal starting equipment.
Well,
I don't wanna.
Here's what I can do for you. I will go through this entire chat log just to find you what you rolled. Will that make you happy?
I'll do that myself. Thank you very much. I don't want to give you extra work. And then I'll reevaluate how much shit I had to buy. Why do I feel like it wasn't even on this?
Oh shit! Yeah, it was in the other one.
See all this extra work where I could have just got the money still that we got. Trying to get some money here.
Yeah, well, appeasing God isn't going to help you.
Well, I could have just said nothing at all.
And just put in a random number?
And then
yeah, I rolled that.
Well, like I say, so I had 120 starting gold. Okay, cool. And then I delete all my stuff that I bought.
Oh, guys, sorry about this.
It's not your.
Be back soon, I hope.
Yeah.
And then we'll start.
I mean, we want to.
If you guys want to get up from the table, you're welcome to, and just try to stay real close.
Yeah, it's no worries. Like, as it is, it's sort of like semi-session 0/0.5 somewhere in there.
It's what would be happening during a normal session. Right?
It's like we haven't like actually started yet, so yeah, it's all good.
Alrighty. Boop, 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 boop. Alrighty.
So after reading my kit for the subclass I'm using, I'm somewhat considering becoming multi-classing into a level 2 bard just so I can have 8 skills with expertise on them.
What are you playing as?
I'm a rogue scout, which gives me 4 expertise plus 2 that I get at level 3 that I can't pick as a rogue, nature and survival. And if I go into bard, I can get 2 more.
That would be totally up to you if that's what your character would do.
I don't know. Is he gonna start singing?
I mean, there's other ways. There's other ways to give inspiration. You can give jokes and quips, or you can, I don't know. You don't have to sing, I guess. You can give inspiring words of wisdom and inspiration.
I'd whistle, but it would probably break the stream. Okay, yeah, now I'm thirsty. I'll be right back.
Yep. Do it now rather than later. Please. Sorry. I hope this ends up being fun. I'm kind of already having fun.
It's D&D. It's fun. Speaking of which, finally started watching season 3 of Stranger Things.
I haven't started that yet. I'm waiting for another day off so I can binge watch it.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Okie dokes. Oh yeah, healer's kit. Need to buy one of those now because slow healing.
It's like that's something that at least can be worked around because we do have spellcasters and such, and
We have one cleric. We don't want to abuse him because that's just rude. And use as resource. 10. Alrighty.
Paul,
What's up?
would you say that I have like a slant when I roleplay?
A slant when you roleplay?
Yeah, what's my roleplay slant?
I've never heard that kind of terminology before.
Well, a slant is like something that you lean towards, right?
From what I can tell so far, you generally lean towards gruffy type characters.
Yeah, I was just pulling out all these tokens that were all my little scruffaguff characters over the day. And that doesn't even include the one you're most familiar with, Thaddeus.
Yeah, usually you tend to have some kind of gruff type character from what I've been noticing for the most part.
I like to play.
Even your scholarly person was kind of rough around the edges.
Yeah. I like to play a social outcast who turns to adventuring because it's one of the few opportunities that they have that society presents them. Right?
Yeah.
That's what all these dudes have in common.
I just tend to play, like me personally, I play different types of characters based off just what, personality I come with. I guess I'm schizophrenic.
I mean, I like to play a lot of different characters, but that's my slant is I want to play somebody who society's like, oh, you're not needed, get out of here. And then so they're like, okay, I'll just be an adventurer because I'm not going to settle for whatever.
Like me personally, if I'm a charisma based character, I tend to be a liar. I'm a liar and a trickster when it comes to charisma based characters. Not so much the persuading part. I will lie my way through things.
The party's back.
Yay! Party's back in town. Are we ready to start, Mr. Stream Master?
The vote is for you and Eric.
Oh,
if we start over completely or we continue on. Right now we have 2 for starting fresh. I'm holding the swing vote for whatever happens.
I kind of want to continue just because I don't want to have to run through all that again with the same character.
Right, but Kato's never played with the group, and we didn't record it.
That's also true.
So those are my reasons why I would like to.
It's like a
start.
pilot episode floating out in the ether somewhere, never to be seen again.
It was so sad for me.
So
It's like a really amusing fart. It's good for those few moments, and then it's gone. Just a memory.
So it's up. The vote, like it's 2 for that. You and Eric have to cast your votes, and then if it's a tie, then I'll be a tiebreaker vote. Otherwise, I'm reserving my. I don't want to have to vote because I don't care either way.
Eric, what say ye?
Yeah.
Start over or continue? And add Rick in the
feel like this
middle
being
of this,
D&D.
well, not even the middle of the story. Considering we didn't have the recording of last episode 1.
I feel like this being D&D, I feel like this requires a die roll.
Oh God!
So I'm getting a die.
Can you give it advantage? Or something?
In what? In what
Yeah,
direction?
like what if advantage?
It's not just a fucking die roll.
What if it goes advantage the other way that you want it to?
Like,
Yeah.
Like what
Like, if you
roll
do have
will get what result?
Okay. Evens or odds?
Oh, evens or odds? Okay. Can you roll a d5?
They don't make odd-sided dice.
He got
They do on
actual
Roll20.
die. Yeah, he got actual die.
No,
Nate.
there's an actual die.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is also a 5-sided die. I don't know about the accuracy of that die.
Sometimes
Whatever, it's close enough.
dice, like, we'll just jokingly roll a 1d4 20 just to see what happens.
Come on. Evens or odds?
Who?
Evens. What?
DM.
I will say odds for a restart. I guess. Is that what you're
odds
looking
for
for?
restart. You got a 1.
I
That's
got
a
a
restart. Yeah, one's an odd. That's a restart.
Where's I didn't see the die roll.
It's in real life.
No.
Yeah, it's a
You roll
real
them
die.
Real life.
IRL.
I'm gonna have to trust you on it. Okay.
Well, I mean,
So
it
it
went
sounds
the
like
way
a
you
restart.
wanted to.
Yeah,
So, like,
so-
what do you want from me?
Exactly.
Oh,
Like, come
yeah.
on, Nate. It went your direction.
That's great.
All right.
If I was gonna lie, I wouldn't have said what I said.
Well, no, I don't take you as a lie.
Host
I
Saga.
was like, I need to roll an insight check on your 1, sir.
Splendor.
All right. So we're gonna start over. And
Well, that was my
I'm gonna
vote.
try to keep the tavern time as short as possible.
Sure.
But I would ask you all to go in there and try to get a quest of your own from someone who you think is interesting in the gallery
All right.
of the Yawning Portal.
Let me get my notes ready because I'm not deleting this. I'm just starting another page.
Just gonna grab a soda real quick, like.
Are we still doing the same thing? First of Eliant, 1491.
Yeah.
I have the stream up on my main screen right now, and I've been sitting there trying to interact with it like it was OBS.
We are so terrible at this.
The first of Eliant, 1491, take 2.
Oh, why am I not authorized?
Maybe it was the different game.
Whoa.
Dark Coast Sagas.
Nope, there it goes.
Yeah, we do have audio, and I can hear it, and I don't think it's
It's
duplicating it. So
amazing.
it's
All right, you know what? While you're sitting there for a second, because it's super confusing if I have to try and focus on everything that's happening, I'm gonna switch over to these.
Right, because the overlay has different audio settings, I'm supposing. Hey, everybody, my name's Nate, and I'm the DM with the Marvel t-shirt on. That's me. I still hear audio.
I'm a little worried about my own right this second. After you see a giant picture of me go away, it should start coming through, though.
I still heard my own audio when you switched it. I saw your mouth moving, but I didn't hear anything when you popped in.
I return.
Welcome back.
You.
Why is this not working?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Checky. Check mic
But
1 3.
at least on this screen, I don't really need to be heard.
It seems like the volume is low though.
Yeah.
Nate,
I don't know.
so Nate, in the Enduring Spellbook handout that you made, do you want me to list which spells I have in that spellbook?
I mainly have the handout there for you to have. Sorry, I'm getting hella echoes. And okay, so the Enduring Spellbook handout, right? It's just there for you to reference. And you want to put notes about what is in it that's amazing and above and beyond the Call of Duty.
Cool.
I mean, why wouldn't it just be your main spellbook?
Because in case some bitch steals my spellbook and I had to get like a backup one, just so I have. Because
Oh.
I've had that well, I've done that to a player where I stole their spellbook, and he was very mad at me. But I was like, well, I was warning you about getting backup spellbooks, and you guys didn't believe me, so I stole it.
That's how you get metagame nonsense like a character I played where I tattooed every spell onto my body.
Yeah.
So, question.
Yes.
And this is a question that I've heard before, and I think it's an interesting question. If you can remember verbatim everything that you've seen within the last month and you don't have your spellbook on you, can't you just visually see your spellbook in your
if I had the Keen Mind feature?
That's what I'm talking about, is the
Yes.
Keen Mind. Yeah.
If I had that, I can probably copy every spell that I have in my spellbook back into a backup one if it got stolen within the month. But I don't have that feature. So yeah.
The thing about preparing a spell, it's like every wizard sort of knows their spells, but preparing a spell is like,
I forget which hand motion I'm supposed to do for this one.
yeah.
Versus and like what words to say for this one.
It's basically like keeping them at the forefront of your mind for the day.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is where the magical energy comes from.
The weave
comes from the weave and the ley lines, and of which there is I don't know if you guys know
That's not where
this.
my head went.
Within the lore of the Yawning Portal, there is a ley line at the well. An intersect, a knot.
Understood.
Anyhow, so can we get started with our D&D?
It's your campaign, sir.
Yeah.
Yay! This is my
You
campaign.
tell me, homie.
And I got 4 players that I'm super excited to play with. Their names are Rick, Paul, Steve, and Eric.
I need to add
welcome,
names
guys.
to these at some point. That might come in handy.
It should be on the tokens. Can you not see them?
Yeah. I meant to our pictures.
That would be nice.
I'll have to do that when I get some time.
All right, so you are all outside of the Yawning Portal. I'm gonna have the newest dude at the table go into the Yawning Portal. You guys haven't yet met, so the fact that you're all standing outside is pure coincidence.
It's a very popular establishment.
I need a drink.
The time paradox.
Yes.
So Kato, I would have you enter the bar for the first time.
I'm guessing that's the door right over there.
Yeah, where the little opening is, the ladies. Let's see. So Kato, you enter this Yawning Portal for the first time, and the DM realizes he has none of his notes up.
We all have our.
I don't know if I need them. Let's see. Stands before you the Yawning Portal. It's much storied. The fabled bartender Durnan is steadying the helm with his trusty bar staff. You see a myriad of adventurers from all sorts of walks in life, and little cliques that you may or may not notice. There are all kinds of strange curios at each table. There is in some fashion or another, some kind of tchotchke from an adventurous past, and there is much merriment as Three Strings the Bard keeps the atmosphere at large and the mingling at hand. You see some nobility amongst the people and some more shady types. Who seems most interesting to you?
Let's see. So overall, well, when you thinking about it, nobility they tend to have the biggest coin purses with the least amount of ability to actually get shit done. This
I
seems
take
like
offense to that, but whatevs.
Pause real quick. Nate, scroll up on your screen to
Uh,
the west and northwest portion of the yawning portal itself. You have icons all over the screen.
I have icons all over the screen.
There's
oh
like
my god,
3
it's a
tugs
time
of
paradox.
X.
I'm over there.
Oh, super like the last adventure we had, huh?
Brain Flatulence strikes again.
That guy.
There's so many people in this party.
Why does
Right.
everyone look like me? Anyway.
My dog is barking. It's awesome. It's my dog's half birthday. He's 6 months old now.
Oh, cool.
And a good excuse to eat cake.
Who
We'll
needs
have
an
to.
excuse?
We'll have to give him cake. All right. So disregard these random people that you're picking, and let's get to it, Kato. What would you be doing here at the Yawning Portal?
Well, let's see. As it is, he heard by now. He's heard this is probably the place where most people gather. Either looking for work
Oh,
or
you're
looking to
looking for
hire
the
people.
most guilt person, right?
Yeah, someone who looks like they have a lot of money and looks like they need stuff done. That's kind of what he's been subsisting on since he's gotten to this town. Is just, hey, people need shit done.
Abaya Uday is her name. Not that you know it. She seems to be some sort of priestess, and has her armor and everything is just everything's made out of gold, and she's very like laden in jewelry and stuff.
Mm. Looks like basically someone who looks like they're not hurting for cash at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Would you go speak to her?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
you
I
kind of
think
got
I
a
will.
good start tonight, so I'm like, huh? Who do you want to talk to? Go talk to
Yeah.
him.
No worries. Yeah. No worries.
All right, so go ahead, just move your token over there for me or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
just yeah, so he makes his way over there, acting all casual and stuff.
So Abaya noticed that you take interest in her mass wealth that she adorns herself in, and she introduces herself. She's like, "Hello, my name is Ubaya Day, and I am a traveling priest of Joaquin, the god of trade. I've traveled here from the distant port of Nanzaru on the behalf of a wizard named Wakanga Atamu to procure magic items from well here Waterdeep. So I first came to the Yarning Portal and learned about Undermountain and decided that this is the best place for me to stay. And should you find any magic items within the bowels of Undermountain, you can sell them to me, and I will pay you top price.
Hmm.
So for a common item out of Undermountain, it's 10 platinum,
Not bad.
and then uncommon 50 platinum. And she plays in platinum, and she looks gilt, and she's like, I'll also buy spell books from wizards out of Undermountain, should you not need them. You're not a wizard, are you?
Not exactly. I mean, I have some magical talent, but I don't need a book for it.
It's like, are you here to adventure in Undermountain?
Was giving it some thought, though. Going in alone at this point seems fairly suicidal.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yes, was thinking just for now, kind of looking for a few small scale jobs, building up some coin, maybe finding a few others to go down there, or otherwise just keep myself well supplied for the time being. Man's got to eat.
Well, if you're looking for something less adventurous, I would suggest talking to Durnan at the bar or something. Anyhow, I'll pan into the next newest member of the party. I'm not even sure who that is. Is that Kalen or Tug?
It might as well be.
I think
think
Colin and Tug are pretty much even keel on.
We were about a week off. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go with Eric.
all right then.
Steve's the stream master.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
So
say-
Tug.
We'll just
Mhm.
sorry. I tugged on your token.
Tugged on Tug.
So
Mm,
Tug,
yes.
is this your first time in the Yawning Portal?
Yeah, it probably would be.
Right on. So again, there's all these things within the Yawning Portal, which include the giant well, which I'm sure you've heard about. What would you do here?
Does the bartender seem busy?
Not particularly, although there is a crowd kind of around him at the moment.
What about this individual?
No, not too busy at all.
I'll approach him, her, it.
Yeah, her name is Bonnie, and
Oh, it is a her.
she's wait staff here.
Turn to
And
her. Commander Riker over the bar stool. And does she look busy?
No, not at all.
But how?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. How may I help you?
This is drinking establishment, right?
Absolutely, one of the finest in all of Waterdeep.
Do you guys do betting games?
Some of the clientele do, but we don't, as an establishment, really bet, except for people who venture down into the Yawning Portal, I suppose. People make bets on that all the time. But it's
What
usually on an individual basis. We don't do it as a house. Durnan will take anybody's bet, but that's out of his own pocket and stuff. It's not like I guess it's his own business. It's all our own business how we wager.
So he slumps his shoulders, looks around. So in terms of other ways to get coin, what you got?
Oh, this is quite a hub of people looking for adventurers to take care of their quests. I know, in fact, that the two men over there um, are here to find some brave adventurers of a certain kind. But there are many that need help here.
Have they talked to anyone already?
A few, but there's always room for opportunity here in Waterdeep. Let's see. So, what else here? Sorry. So, she says that the lady down at the end of the bar is looking for someone to find her brother, and then the bard currently playing music also has a need.
How about a clarification on the question? Has anyone come in looking for a job?
Oh, has anyone coming in looking for a job? Um,
Has anyone hit any of these individuals up for
well, I
some?
saw that the man over there is standing next to Ubaya is talking to her. She's got a quest as well, quest of her own.
Well, I'm not looking to die alone, so I'll go talk to him. Thanks, love.
Right.
And
So,
I'll drop a silver.
oh, very nice. Thank you, sir. And she pours you like just like a meager mead.
I slam it.
Nice. And
Shots,
then
shots, shots.
we'll move to Kalen. You enter as you see people getting kind of excited about a tug drinking a mead.
What? Okay. Uh,
They're getting excited about him drinking.
Yeah, they're like, oh, whoa, look how fast that bugbear drinks. Whoa.
Fair. All right. I'm gonna walk right up to the bar and have a seat and start trying to chat up the young ladies across the corner. How
Oh, okay.
are you two doing today?
The redheaded one kind of speaks up, and she's like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm doing
Both
well. How are
redheaded.
you this evening?"
Oh, not bad.
They're both
Just
redheaded.
came in from
Oh,
the docks. Gonna be here for a while. Do you have any company for the evening?
they look at each other and go, "Oh, fresh off the boat."
Yeah. Seaport town. I'm sure you hear it all the time.
Yeah, only this isn't the dock ward, honey.
All right. Point taken, ladies. Enjoy your evening.
No, wait. Where are you going? You're so much fun.
Well,
You
in
know,
that
I
case,
need somebody to help me find my brother.
why don't you tell me all about it while I drink some ale?
Oh, you're not going to buy me a drink, okay?
It's not the dock word, honey.
Well, my name is Espel Rosnar, and I've been coming here on busy evenings, uh, listening to gossip with my friends. And she kind of like points to her like lady friend. Um, she's like, my brother has sort of a bad reputation. Um, Crisando's his name. Let's see. He, I believe, may have gone into the Undermountain in an attempt to make it to Skullport on business. And I think this is a very poor decision, and I just wish someone could find information on my brother and maybe bring him back if you can, or if you come across him, maybe protect him.
What
And I shall reward you
you
handsomely.
mentioned an
Uh,
under mountain?
yeah.
What is that? Like out of town again.
Oh, so she's like, come over here. And she steps over to this giant hole, and then it's a well, actually. It looks like a well, 40 feet in diameter. She's like, this is one of the oldest dungeons in all of the land. Uh, it goes really far deep. It's been here for hundreds of years, thousands maybe. Um, Durnan, when he first came here, he found this dungeon, dived into it, and came back a hero. Bought the land on the top side of the dungeon here, built this tavern, and now it is turned into a major metropolitan hub of adventuring and, um, you know,
So that's the Undermountain.
well, I mean, I suppose, yeah. There's
Your brother
many
went
names
down
for it.
there. Your
Huh?
brother went down
Yeah,
there.
it's a gold piece to ride down the rope.
Really? People pay.
Some people just want to ride on it as a novelty.
That's insane. Um, okay. Well, let's make our way back over here and get me away from that giant hole in the floor. I am going to be here for a few days. I'm going to be looking for work, but I don't work for free. So
Well,
I hate to talk money so soon, but I do like to get it out of the way.
I could pay you to do so. Are you well equipped enough to handle yourself in Undermountain?
I don't know that I could do it alone. Um, Certainly have to find a group and probably armor ourselves significantly.
Well, I will certainly place myself into your debt if you should find any uh, piece of information on my brother you can trust in House Hrosnar. And she shows you her ring of nobility.
Okay, well,
And she's like, my brother has a ring much like this. It's the family crest.
sorry.
Is okay. Yeah,
Writing.
so she shows you what the family crest looks like. Um, shows you the goods or whatever.
The goods.
Her nobility goods.
Always
Her,
wanted
she
me
has
some
papers
noble goods.
or something. I don't know.
All right, well, I will
She
certainly
seems to
see
be
what
a
I can figure
legitimate
out for you.
noble. You know what I mean? Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna start scanning the bar for anybody that seems to also be scanning the bar, and
These dudes look like they got their backs up against the bar at this point, and they're like scanning the crowd and looking at people and eyeing folks. And shoot, who is it? Who else? This table seems pretty active. They're not there.
those
It's just
two guys
Volo.
seem pretty active.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
I gotta give you shit. That's how it's fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of quests in the room, but who would you want to maybe speak to
Well,
next?
I'm searching for anybody that might be looking to go on, not hire one.
Okay. That would probably be this guy.
All right.
He's by himself.
He's
He's a
leaning against
bugbear.
the
That's
leaning against the
fairly
chair
unusual.
I'm
staircase.
going to excuse myself from the ladies and make my way over
Yeah.
to
You didn't even buy me a
the
drink.
tug I don't know. Hey, this is an employer-employee relationship, all right? Let's keep it professional. Um, and he's going to hop over to the bugbear he doesn't know his name, Tug. And how do we open
So
this
you approach this
conversation?
bugbear. What do you say? What do you
How
say
do
to
we
the bugbear you
approach
don't
this
know?
conversation? Cheers there, son. You in from the ports as well?
So he's been leaning against the back of the chair, sort of like staring at the other
I
Cato
shouldn't
he
even
doesn't
bring
know, because he's been told that he was also looking for a job, trying to like read
it up.
what's going on there. So as soon as you
Excuse
say
me.
that, he just sort of stumbles over, like, yes, Help you?
Are you in from out of town as well?
Oh, I'm from all over.
I'm here. My ship's in dock getting repairs, and I'm gonna be here for a while. And I'm trying to make some money. I found someone that's got an adventure. If you're interested, but I can't rightfully do it alone. I don't know.
Sorry,
You seem like you might be the type.
you don't really strike me as a shipwright. Uh, what were you doing on the ship?
Chaplain mostly.
And the carpenter's trying to go on an adventure.
Chaplain, not carpenter. I'm a holy man.
I thought you meant wood chopping. I'm sorry. Chaplain. I don't know what that is.
I'm a holy man. I was a representative between my shipmates and their
Sorry.
lords.
Sorry, my ship didn't have any religious. I'm sorry, I'm not good with words either.
Had a few.
But yeah. I'm in from port as well, looking for some coin. Apparently, there's nobody here that likes to play any games.
Games. What types of games? We play all
Yes.
kinds of games on the ship.
You ever play Liar's Dice?
Sounds familiar, but I can't say I have.
Then
I'm sorry, I must have missed that. These guys down here are playing dice, but they look pretty scruffy.
where?
Down in the southeast corner of the bar here.
Oh,
Not to
okay.
detract you guys.
Actually, I just noticed out of the corner of my eye, those guys are playing dice. But someone tells me that's not what we're here. You said you had a job.
I do.
I'm looking for coin.
I'm sorry?
I'm looking for coin.
That's fantastic. It's not going to be up front, unfortunately. Work before pay in this one.
All right then. What's the details?
Well, you see that woman, that redhead down on the corner of the bar?
That's a woman.
That's a
Aye,
woman.
might an attractive woman at that.
You humans all look alike.
Well, anyway,
It's like I love it.
her sibling ventured down into that giant frickin' hole that people pay to go down, if you can believe it. And no one's heard from him since. And she wants information to try and find him.
I thought that was the entrance to the sewers. There's something down there.
Yeah, apparently it's some old dungeon, and it's just this massive thing underground, and it's fun for people to go down there now.
Who the hell thought it was a good idea to build a city around it?
Apparently the guy that owns this bar.
All right. What's the pay?
Details haven't fully been discussed yet. Hoping to find a group before I bring that to the table.
You see, you're not really inspiring confidence here.
Well, frankly, I just need the money. I have no attachment to the job, if you
So-
have another suggestion.
One of the other bar wenches, waitresses, I don't know what you guys call them here, pointed me towards that fellow. And I'll point to Kato. He also came here looking for
The one
something.
you've been watching.
I want to see. Yes. And I'm hoping to tag along with what he's got. Because frankly, the woman he's talking to looks really rich.
Can you tell what they've been talking about?
So this is a segue of me eventually taking the observant feat, and this is me coming up to taking the observant feat.
Nice.
Nice.
So I can't read lips just yet.
That doesn't mean you
But
get advantage.
is there
But
anything
you can,
up
but you,
perception
can, you
check?
can fake it. You can fake it.
So it's noisy in this bar. I'll have you roll a perception check to listen in to what Kato is saying from 25 feet away.
Okay. Where's perception? There's perception.
And as you do this, I'm going to have the next member of the party roll in. All right, so you're definitely hearing what Kato's talking about, which is going down into Undermountain, finding magic items, and getting paid for it.
Okay.
All right, so Paul, thanks for being patient and coming into the bar last. What are you doing?
I walk up and go to Durnan. Durnan, my good friend. First things first, of course, I need a glass of your finest Fey wine, and
Absolutely.
I'm looking to see if anyone around here is looking for some work to be done and things that I can dig my teeth into that won't get me killed yet.
Okay, that's awesome. I got a knock at my door, for which I apologize. 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. Gotta take care of what you gotta take care of.
I don't have any elevator music queued up though.
Do 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 do
Somebody
do
needs to
do
say
do
it.
do 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 do.
Wait, we're gonna get copyright strike.
All right, I'm back. This is my neighbor.
Just your neighbor. How rude.
You don't have your collar on.
So, what does the bartender say?
What does Durnan tell me? Who's looking for some not gonna kill me work?
Well, Onthark kind of laughs when you say that to Durnan. Oh, you're looking for people who are looking for work?
Like who needs something done? Yes, but not going into Undermountain because I know that I will die. So I'm not trying to go there just yet. I need to, get my teeth wet, my feet wet into the whole adventuring life, getting away from Mumsy and Dadsy, to see, exactly what I can and can't do. And I need a good starter job, if you would.
All right.
I know the fatality rate of Undermountain, and I'm not quite ready for that just yet.
Well, Durnan kind of points you into these two dudes at the bar here.
Oh, well, how fortuitous, gents. Exactly what kind of things are you looking for?
Let's see. They need you guys to like look into a cult, basically.
Well, oh no, he left.
His personality phased out of reality.
He's like, hello? Hello, sir.
Sorry. So yeah, so let's see. He tells you to speak to Onthark Froom, who's this dude at the bar. I'll shift the token. Boom, there he is. That's Onthark Froom.
Sir Froom, is it? My name is Silmir Wavesilver, and I am definitely looking for something to be done that is, I wouldn't say beginner level, because, I am quite fabulous as opposed to my magical prowess, but not fabulous enough to warrant death in Undermountain just yet. So, what exactly are you needing to be done, my good sir?
He says that my associate Liam and I are looking for individuals to help us look into a cult. Yeah.
What kind of cult are we talking about?
Potentially a dragon cult. And he mentions a region known as the Sunless Citadel, which was once a place where a cult existed that worshipped like dragons, and they were trying to like reanimate dragons into Dracoliches and a bunch of other stuff. But that was like many years ago. Many years ago.
And it seems to be active currently. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's some kind of kobold tribe that worships dragons and is really not much of a worry. But there's a new presence there that has bolstered their how you say what am I trying to say there? Their resolve, their organizational power, and have since blah.
Since
Some
blah?
information.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just going through my notes.
Well,
Durnan wants you. He's heard a story about this place before. He's like, this is coming out of Oakhurst, right? This town of Oakhurst. And then they're like, Anthar is like, yeah, it's the closest place to the Sunless Citadel, I suppose. And so Durnan speaks up and says that the goblins from that region sell some kind of strange apple every midsummer, and they've been doing it for like the last 12 years. One apple every year. That apple sells for 50 gold, and he would rightly pay you like 150 gold should you happen to get it and bring it back to him. And that's just something totally unrelated. But
Okay.
Anthar and Liam need to know about the cult activity in this present location, and it's been many centuries since the dungeon has been cleaned out. So they're like, get down to the bottom of this location, and then maybe we'll have like a more serious job for you. And they kind of laugh.
Interesting. Well, if I can find a group of adventurers to go with, what exactly would be the compensation for looking into this cult of yours? As you know, things don't come in free, especially in the City of Splendor. So I would like to know exactly what kind of monetary compensation could be expected in case of future endeavors.
Well, I mean, let's see. There's the Apple mystery. I'm looking for that. They can offer you like 100 gold each, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
I'm not seeing, going through the notes, and
So after that, like, okay, let me see what I can do about this. And I step on the table. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen of the yawning portal who is not currently bothering with their own business or gambling or whatever.
right, and you
I
hear
am
like the
looking-
musician just like to a stop.
I am looking for a band of adventuring type people to help me on a certain job researching cultists, which can offer 75 gold per person.
At that point, Kato turns around and's like, are you paying us or is someone else paying us?
Someone else is paying us, but that was a monetary compensation I have heard about, and seems like a good fun old time.
As long as we're getting paid, I'm fine.
Also, if you are able to sanctify the dungeon in the name of Bahamut, Anthar Froom says that he'll offer you positions in the Order of the Gauntlet.
Like, is he whispering that as Silmir is on the table, or did he tell Silmir before he went onto the table?
Well, he walked up to you.
Okay.
He was like, also, now that you mentioned that.
That old man is a tank.
Sorry.
I elbow nudge. Oh wait, he's already over there. I reluctantly follow.
This gentleman here, Sir Anthar Foom, is going to be the one paying the compensation for finding out what is going on in this said citadel of potential evil, and would be doing good for the region next to Oakhurst. So again, who is willing to aid me in this endeavor, make some gold, and have some fun doing it, probably?
Count me in. I could use the work.
Certainly. I have no idea what your guys' names are. I am Silmir Wavesilver of the House Wavesilver here in Waterdeep. And you would happen to be...
Kato Arcadius, a relative newcomer to town.
Well met, Kato. no offense, but what exactly do you do?
You're still on the
He
table?
reaches.
I'm totally on the table still.
I have a few talents in addition to being a former soldier, mercenary. I can do this. He takes what looks like a broken sword out of like his pack. It has like this ominous black blade to it that starts glowing before he just sort of fires an eldritch blast off in a random direction, safely away from everyone, but just kind of demonstrating like I can do that before
Well,
putting it
that
away.
is amazing indeed. And you, sir, in front of me, what be your name?
Colin Nomier.
And
Nice to meet you.
greetings, Colin. Again, I am Silmir Wave Silver of the House Wave Silver. Just so you know, I am a aspiring wizard of some hopefully renowned to be. What exactly powers do you grant us
Powers.
in aiding?
I like your vocabulary. Well, I was formerly of the Knights of the Eternal Order as a cleric, so I do have that going for me.
Well met, Colin and Kato, and you, Sir Grumpy Face. What is your name?
Now hold on. I'll take offense to that.
I'm sorry. It's just that your face looks kind of grumpy. I don't know if
Surprise
that's your
face.
natural face.
I don't know that you want to piss him off.
I'm trying not to. Really, I'm not.
First question: are you always the kind of person to do these spectacles?
Only when I need something done.
Second question: those 75 gold. Are you getting 75 gold, or we're all getting 75 gold?
We're all getting 75 gold.
Now you got me interested. Name's Tug.
So
There's more to it, but you can call me Tug.
Well, greetings, Tug. I apologize for the Sir Grumpy Face. It's just that you look kind of mean, but I'm sure you're not.
And you look like a woman.
Well, I have to have the best kind of fashion here in Waterdeep, and this is the latest that has come out from La Gap of Waterdeep.
Gap.
Like
ye old gap. in
Ye
the
old
yawning
Gape of
portal.
Waterdeep.
And as for what I
Papa.
do, can I take advantage of Kato facing a different direction to fire off his Eldritch Blast and pull off a little sleight of hand?
You're shooting an Eldritch. Who's shooting an Eldritch Blast?
Kato shot off an Eldritch Blast.
He just shot it down into the yawning portal for demonstration purposes. And it's like, what do you bring to the table? This.
Okay. Sure. I will. Yeah. I mean, I'll make you.
You just fired it off
Sleight of
into-
hand.
You just fired it into the hole for demonstration.
I want to see if I can reach into his pocket and take out a coin without him noticing.
Okay. So
Are
Kato,
you on
I
the
don't
side
know
ledge?
if I would allow you a contested roll. I would probably say use your passive perception. I don't know. Do you want to roll? I'm gonna let you roll.
Yeah, who knows? Like, I got a flat D20. Who knows? It might turn out well.
Okay.
Nope.
A 9 is not above 19, so a coin has been stolen.
His rolls might be on Whisper because we didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your rolls are on Whisper. I'll fix that for you, buddy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So I take it out, point it, like, show that he hasn't noticed that I took it out, and then I put it back in.
Oh, well, that is definitely handy and amazing. So, welcome. Where it looks like we have a group. Yay! So we are, according to as far as the mission, we are going to go to this place called the Sunless Citadel, which is located next to, roughly close to the town of Oakhurst. We are going to be investigating a cult, and we are going to try to find some kind of weird golden apple. And I'm going to step off this table because people are starting to stare.
I thought you liked this.
Not particularly. I
So,
was just looking for people,
right
and that
before
would be
you
the
step
best
off
way.
the table, this Esvel shrieks in bloody horror as something being disturbed by the blast that went down it has
Uh-oh.
since crawled up the side of the portal and threatened this fair dame. That's right, I said threatened this fair dame.
Well, Tug, I don't think she's gonna find her brother.
I look to the other people in the tavern. Do they seem surprised?
Yeah,
Fuck
I
me,
don't know
gents.
why they have the clock on there. Sorry.
Because they were put to sleep last
Sleep.
time.
Yeah.
I don't know what last time. All right. Yeah. So go ahead and roll initiative, gentlemen.
Oh boy.
Tip for you, Rick. Just make sure you have your character selected when you
Your
Your
roll.
token selected.
Token, yeah.
Select the token. Roll.
Yep. Just double checking to make sure I have it selected and rolling.
That was something that got forgotten a lot in the last campaign that I played.
It does happen, unfortunately.
And it happened every time somebody got a 20.
It happens
Right?
about once every initiative, at least.
Yeah. Like, DM, I didn't have my token selected.
Sorry. There we
Back
go.
of the order once again.
All right, Silmare. You're on the table. You see the troll threaten Esvel and her good friend here.
I'm getting off the table. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Getting behind the bar. And I'm going to cast. So I see the troll and all the things attached to it, pretty much.
Yep. Yeah, I failed to mention that the sturges are on its back, sucking in dry. It looks malnourished.
I'm going to cast a. Well, let's hope we get all of them. A sleep spell. Again, and let's see. From that point to get 20 feet, so that's only going to be these guys.
Yeah.
So I take out from one of my pouches a bunch of rose petals and crush them, enchant a spell, and hi, yeah.
Nice. So you put all the sturges on this troll's back to sleep.
And then I'm gonna hide behind the bar. Crouch
Yeah.
down.
Do they fall off?
Not yet.
Or are they stuck asleep with their proboscis in the troll?
Yeah, they're kind of like limp.
Yeah.
All right, the sturges are asleep. The troll goes. He's gonna remove a sturge and eat it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Tug, it's your turn.
He's gonna move. So this is still 5 feet. And then. Okay, so if I move diagonally again, would that be not in the same direction though? Would that be 5 or 10 feet?
10
10
feet. So,
feet.
yeah, the first diagonal is 5 feet. The second diagonal is going to be 10 feet, no matter which way you go.
Yeah.
So, oh, okay, it is 10 feet.
Yeah.
Can I
Like,
move?
where were you when you
Total.
moved? Sorry.
I was right here. So I want to go 1. And then I don't know if I can move past the lizard folk.
Lizard folk.
This woman, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. You absolutely can. Yeah.
I'll duck behind the. Oh,
Sorry.
no problem. I'll face the troll, and if he starts eating people, I'll take a shot at him.
All right,
Does
Kato.
anyone speak troll?
Does anybody speak giant?
Nope.
Certainly won't me.
Well, some just says troll because he doesn't know that they speak giant. He's like, does anyone speak trollish?
Okay, Kato, go ahead. It's your turn.
Only on the internet. Kato.
That is you, Eric or Rick.
Yeah. Oh wow, my turn came a lot quicker than I thought it would.
It's okay.
Let's see. First off, get behind this table over here just so there's something extra between me and the troll that isn't a person. And with that broken sword hilt again, I point it at the thing and fire off another Eldritch Blast. This time aimed at something, namely it.
All right, 6 points of damage. And the
Yep.
troll howls in pain and says something in giant.
Well, that didn't knock it off the edge, and that seemed to have pissed it off, so get ready.
Call him.
All right. I'm getting the fuck out of here too. Everybody else seems to be running. I'm fucking running.
Well, we just don't want to be like the first one to be eaten by a troll.
All right.
As soon as he starts moving in my direction, I yell, "This is my spot!"
I'm gonna launch a crossbow bolt, and I'm gonna try and hit this center topmost sturge there. I guess I should have called that before I rolled. Do you want me to
That's
roll
okay.
again? Okay. I should still.
You
be safe.
you missed.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
And I fired. And I missed.
Durnan's polishing a drink and he kind of looks around and he's like, "Oh, those guys said that they were looking for adventure and now they're hiding behind my bar." So he puts his rag and his glass down, stands up on the bar, and grabs a big ass sword hanging up off the thing. And he kind of like grumpingly is like, "All these adventurers in my bar and I still have to be my own bouncer." And so he's like 5, 10, 15.
Does he say this out loud?
Yeah.
Well, you aren't paying us.
So he's just gonna action surge to get there. And he attacks the troll 4 times.
Sitting back and enjoying the show.
Okay. Well, I didn't even release my arrow.
And so basically he chops the head of the troll off and kicks it off the ledge of the bar back into the portal.
Somewhere's just Durnan, you didn't give us a chance to get that far.
Does that happen often around here?
It's only been one turn.
So Durnan stole your guys' kill.
Rude.
Well, we're first
Happens.
level, like, so, yeah.
First thing I do is I turn around to Colin and say, "And you wanted to go down there?"
You each got 25 experience from the Sturgis.
Far point.
I didn't even do anything.
So yeah, add that 25 XP to the sheets.
Samuel just goes,
Hey,
Wait,
Barkeep, do you want
Samuel-
to go find an apple? Sorry.
does Samuel over here tell Colin he wanted to go down there? It's like, you want to go down there already? That's like a death pit.
I don't know. I've never been here.
Oh, well, welcome to Waterdeep. That's a fucking death pit.
I've gathered.
A spell
I
comes
mean-
up to you, Colin, glares at you, slaps you in the face, and storms off like a sassy woman would.
Did you do her wrong?
I might have told her I was gonna find her brother. He went down the hole.
And then you didn't save her from the troll. And then she just leaves. She leaves the bar with her friend, who
Well-
manages to scoop up their purses for the both of them.
Wait,
She seems quite angry at you. I mean,
was the job you told me about from her?
Aye.
What fuck? I only agreed to go with this one because I thought we still had that one on the back burner.
hey, wait. My job is legit. At least I told you how much you're getting paid and all that good stuff, and it doesn't involve the death hole.
He does have a point.
Yeah,
like his
yeah,
job
he does.
better.
He's a very
Well,
I
now
mean-
that I know what comes out of the death hole.
well. Death hole should have been a good indicator. I mean, they take bets on whether or not people survive going down there.
Oh no,
And the
this
majority
is,
of those bets come up where they don't come back out there. Just so you know. But yes, I mean, eventually I would like to go down this, but not right now. I need to hone my art and finesse a little bit of abilities and things like that, and get a good working team going.
Judging by how fast you dove behind the bar, I'm guessing you've never been in a real fight before.
Well, not where they will try to punch me in the face. I'm usually the one trying to hit them from afar.
Durnan and some of his waitstaff are like cleaning up the blood from the troll, and you guys are talking about this. And
At
then
least I got a hit on him.
Antar introduces again his buddy Liam, and this other dude here is Thaddeus, and he says that Thaddeus will travel you to Oakhurst and drop you off.
Well, we appreciate it definitely, Sir Thaddeus. Exactly how are we going to get to Oakhurst, and how far of a journey would it be?
Oakhurst is kind of like south of Neverwinter, so you're going to be traveling north, and you're going to be taking Thaddeus's airship.
Traveling in style.
Yeah, and it's going to take you like a week and a half to get there.
don't you feel like we should start with something close by instead of going a week and a half out of our way on something that moves incredibly fast?
Well, did you have something else to be doing within the week and a half?
Well, oh wait, no. I was gonna point to what this guy was talking about, but then I realized that was also going into the hole.
Yes, and she kind of slapped him in the face, which was rude, by the way. I mean,
No, not this guy, the other guy. Oh,
The
sorry,
other-
I was listening to your conversation there.
Well, yeah, that did involve going into the hole. Apparently, she's in the market for some valuable magic items, and the death hole is a good source of them. If you survive. That seems like a big if these days, though.
well, either way, since we don't have anything to be doing for the week, it makes sense to be going to Oakhurst and doing a job that pays, and we'll get some experience under our belt, and we'll hopefully get better equipped to eventually make our way down the death hole and survive it.
So I guess the real question is, what are we going to be doing during the airship ride?
Well,
Airship
I-
ride? No. A figure approaches you and strokes his mustache, adjusts his floppy hat, and tightens his scarf. Volthamp Godarm, chronicle wizard and celebrity at your service. He holds his hand out kind of daintily.
I do the dainty shake back, since
Yeah.
the nobility dainty shake.
No, a water avian.
Well, of course, Volothamp.
A noble. To say that it much.
What can we do for you, good sir?
Oh, trust you've noted the violence in our fair city in this past 10 days. I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate. But
You mean
now
this
I
little
fear I've
puddle? This is
misplaced a
nothing.
friend. In fact, a dear friend that I have misplaced amid this odious male violence.
You
My
misplaced.
friend's name is Floon. He's got more beauty than brains, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple nights ago. He was kidnapped, or worse, perhaps. If you agree to track him down with all due haste, I can offer you 10 dragons apiece. Nah,
And
give
what now?
you 10 times that much when you find my dear friend Floon. May I prevail upon you in my hour of need?
Can someone translate what this guy's saying?
Dragon is gold piece,
Still not-
correct?
You got anything?
Dragon's a gold piece.
Yeah, you all know that.
Well, so Mira's like, 10 gold.
And then he said 10 times that when the job's done.
Yeah, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That comes
Your
out
work
to
with the troll was most underwhelming, but for some reason I came over here.
Well, Volo, I don't see you doing much of the help in that case. No, did you?
No, I actually did manage to get a shot on him. Can't say the same for the rest of them, but chances are if Jordan hadn't taken care of it, we would have
So
been able to handle ourselves all right.
Ontharr Froome and his number two, and Volo and his number two square off and kind of squint eyes at each other about who the fuck these fucks are gonna fucking work for, kind of thing.
About to fight over us.
It looks like it.
No, it's just
It's so exciting. Someone actually wants us. Well, two groups want us for their aid. The life of adventuring seems grand.
You're new to this, aren't you?
Well, relatively. I recently just left the Academy of Magical Arts in Everesca and came back here to Waterdeep. So, haven't exactly say that I've killed a lot of things per se.
Yeah, there's more to it than just killing stuff, but I gotta start sometime.
That was the plan. I mean, I can't hold on to the name of the Wave Silver Pocket Tree, forever. I have to make my own way.
Smart. That way, if something goes bad, you can at least fall back on your own achievements.
Exactly. Plus, Mumsy and Dorothy are kind of irritated with some of the things that I've pulled lately, so I need to take a break.
You really pissed him off then. You're about to be cut off. Now I get it.
So at the end of this stare contest, Bolo hands Kato. He's like, and he counts the four of you, 4 pouches containing your payment for accepting the quest.
Well,
you haven't yet accepted.
Gents, what do you think? Should we do something local and try to find this Floon character, or did you want to go and investigate the cult? Me personally, I would like to get out of Waterdeep for a little bit, just because of personal reasons. But that is, my personal preference.
Well, look, gentlemen, if you would indulge me, we're not going to be to the Sunless Citadel tomorrow. We could spend a few days in town, search for the missing man.
Yeah, Thaddeus is like, oh, we can leave whenever you're ready.
It's still going to be a week and a half before we get there. No matter what.
Oh, yeah. True.
We could spend a few days here in town, see what we can find out before we go. I can't imagine 2-3 days is going to seriously hinder our investigation.
Plus, the gold that we end up making off this job could go towards some useful supplies for the trip.
Exactly.
And better to go in prepared than unprepared. Trust me, does not go well.
Well, that sounds like a something. Volo, get your ass back here, Volo. Volo Therm Gazard. We're not done with you, sir.
I've already given you the gold and told you what.
Oh, you did? Then Then skedaddle. Well,
He handed
no.
it to Kato. Yeah.
I was more trying to persuade the other two than the rest of the party to not give up on giving us this job.
Well then,
You can
I need.
accept the job and look into it whenever you look
Yeah.
into it.
That was all I was trying to get to. They were staring each
Well,
other down. I was breaking tension.
Before we, well, as far as investigating your friend Floon Volotham, what exactly can you tell us as to where he was before he got taken? Where were you guys? Which do you know the route he took? Why anyone
He's
would
like,
try to be looking for
oh,
him?
yeah, I don't know. I can't
Insight check.
really. I don't know.
How drunk was he?
Eh.
So there's something that he's not telling you.
Volothamp, we can't help you if you don't tell us exactly what information would find us to your good friend Floon.
Well,
Is he down the hall? I don't want to go down the hall.
No.
Do you want to speak somewhere more privately? Is that it? Is it embarrassing for you?
Let's get a table.
Okay. Well, this table's free right here. Or we're going over there. Okay. Gents, shall we? Since
Sounds like a plan.
we're looking into multiple sources of income. Where the fuck are you going, Volo? God damn it.
I wait for Kato.
1 second. So, like, not much happens on the map, so sometimes I look away from it.
Nope.
Top
Wrong
right.
way.
Top right.
Follow me.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Like I said, like, not much happens on the map sometimes, so I lose track of where people go.
Yeah, so we're over here at this damn table, and you're speaking privately to Volo.
All right, Volo. Now tell us everything you know about what happened so we can best find your friend.
Okay, so he's like, well, did I give you a description? He's like,
You just said he was incredibly
handsome.
beautiful.
He's in his early 30s with wavy red blonde hair.
Is he
Wasn't that who
He was
human?
dressed in princely garb when Volo last saw him.
Are we looking for an elf, a human?
He's a human.
All right, that helps.
When you say red hair, I look towards Colin and say, wasn't that who gave us your job?
No, Floon's a dude.
Yeah, that was a girl.
That was a woman.
Oh. Right.
So, 2 nights ago, before Floon disappeared, Volo and Floon were drinking at a bar called the Skewered Dragon Inn, a darkened body tavern in the Dock Ward. He says that you can search there, but to keep your head low, try not to get noticed there. It's a seedy joint. The Skewered Dragon.
Sounds like a real pleasant place.
Well, I'm used to the Dock Ward.
So he said that Volo got pretty hammered that night and kind of thought that they made it home, but he hasn't seen Floon since that night.
Well, at least we have a starting point.
Yeah, we have places.
What do you say, boys?
So that was
3 days.
That was 2 nights ago, correct?
Yeah.
Hmm.
We were putting it on that night.
Is there anything else you can tell us about Floon that might assist us? Is he part of a nobility house, or does he have ties with the city that makes him a person of import or something?
Well, I mean, he's the son. Or wait, no, Floon?
Yes.
Floon? No. No.
It would be the reason why someone would want to abduct this man other than maybe for sex trade.
Yeah, let's not
Maybe
think about
because
that.
he was dressed nice. He doesn't come from a place of stature, but he was dressed as if he was the other night.
And you haven't received any sort of a ransom.
No.
Silmir looks
Has
at
he
his.
pissed anyone off lately?
What was the question?
Has he pissed anyone off lately?
No. Not that Volo knows.
Silmir looks at his own garb and be like, "Do I have to change my outfit before going here?"
Well, you would
Yeah,
stick out
probably.
like a sore thumb.
Might be a good idea.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. If your name is Floon, I guess the answer to that question is yes.
Well, was he dressed more or less eloquently as I am at the time of abduction?
More or less, yes.
Great, that
He-
was both the
He was
answers.
dressed with like an air of nobility to him.
Let me put it this way. You go in looking all fancy like that, you're going to get pickpocketed at least 20 times before we leave.
Hey, Tug. He
What's
could be
up?
bait.
I can hear you.
Shh. No, you can't.
You're not quite whispering.
Hey, you don't have to change your clothes.
Well, that's good because I don't want to wear peasant. I mean,
Well, there you go. Plan settled. You're the bait.
Thanks for volunteering.
So I'm working on a new book, says Lola. But I was having some writer's block. That's why I met Floon. We met for drinks and some gambling and gentlemanly companionship.
So what you read a new book? Were you? What was it? What's the title of this one? The working title?
Oh,
What kind of book is it?
Bolo's Guide to Spirits and Specters, I'm thinking, but it's a work in progress.
Everything is until it's done.
Exactly. Well, we'll
Like
see what
this
we
guy
can
over here.
do.
Definitely a work in progress.
Hey. Well, we'll see what we can do about your friend Floon. I don't like the idea of being bait, but I'm putting my life in your guys' hands. Yeah.
We'll see how that
Tug
goes.
shrugs.
Don't think of it as being bait.
But you
Think of
literally
it
said
as
the word bait.
a treat.
It
Or just don't think of it. Don't think of it at all.
Trust me, to mark on, you look scrumptious.
You're not helping.
That sounds horrible, but
Given what you are, the content, I'm not sure if that means he plans to eat you or just steal from you.
Tug stares at Kato.
I've encountered a few bugbears in my day.
Who's racist now?
Fair point.
Oh no.
well,
But that doesn't make it right.
okay.
Fair.
So before we go on our lovely journey to Sun Citadel, I guess we will investigate what we can about this Floon character. And yes, lovely.
So, point of order, would either Colin or myself and our experience with boats and the Dark Ward ever have entered the Skewered Dragon?
Experience. I know, Todd, you're a sailor. You have experience with boats, and I don't know if you've ever been to Waterdeep before, but Colin has not.
Okay. I mean, maybe I wasn't really paying attention.
Would Silmir have heard anything about the Skewer Dragon, even just
So
with
I mean,
basically,
you're
just
from the town,
Yeah.
and you're a noble. You've never been to the Skewered Dragon Inn, but it's basically like a dive bar kind of deal. for
the
yeah,
the quote unquote common folk.
yeah.
So Sim will be like, well, I haven't been to the Skewer Dragon, but I have heard about it. It is a bit of less than reputable bar. I mean, it's no yawning portal. It would be equivalent to, now don't take this the wrong way, the common man's bar.
Right, yeah, and Volo's like, I could get you directions to it. That's not a problem. And, I don't need help finding a bar.
Oh no, you don't, Volo. We've got that part pretty pegged on you.
Also, avoid saying stuff like common man around those sorts of areas. That's a good way to get your ass kicked.
But isn't he trying to be the bait?
True.
Well,
It might be funny too.
I would know better than to say, the common man's place in a common man's bar.
So
Oh.
Volo's like, unless there's anything else you need from me, then I have other things I need to do tonight.
They already give us his 10 gold starter.
Yeah.
All right.
40 gold.
So 10 each,
Cato.
Yeah.
which
10
Cato
gold.
gives to us, right?
Just as a point
Oh,
of
yeah,
clarification,
of course. Yeah,
he gave 40 to Kato.
He gives everyone their share because, well, yeah, he's a professional.
There we go.
All right.
So, what say ye amongst yourselves?
So the plan is we go into this bar. I guess you guys go in first and I come in after you. So we'll make it look like we're not all together to try to assess the situation. Is that basically the beginning of the plan?
We can go in separate if you want, but I don't think we're looking like we're all together.
Yeah, we are kind of a disparate bunch of ragtag misfits here.
Even if we did
But-
walk in together, no one would assume we are together.
If it'll make you feel better, more comfortable, we can do it.
Well, that's what I hear about, covert ops is you never walk in at the same time. That's what I read in the books.
Well,
So you guys leaving now? To go there now?
Sure.
Yeah, well,
This conversation could be happening along the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
asking. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, here's the thing, right?
I mean, they're probably busy cleaning up the landing portal right now anyway.
That's true. If they write in the books that they all show up separately, wouldn't it be like counterculture to show up at the same time? They won't expect it? Or is that just done?
Well, I don't know. I mean, clearly you guys are more skilled at this part of things than I am. I pretty much came straight from the academy, and I'm still learning the ropes on, how to properly do the adventuring and the covert ops things. So I'm relying on research and, my newfound companions to assist in the skills needed to complete said quest.
Right.
Well, right on. It's almost 8 o'clock my time. You guys want to take a break yet?
I can do it. I can go grab a cup of coffee because apparently I can't stop yawning.
I do
From the
smell food.
yawning and the yawning portal.
That's what it is.
How long of a break?
That's all it is.
A short break, like 5-10 minute break, the
Cool.
most.
Works for me.
My decision here. So 5 or 10.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I smell food, so I'm gonna check on that.
What did you say, Eric?
If it's
5
5
or
or 10.
10 minutes changes my plan because I got like a deli like down the street that I can go to in under 10 minutes, or I can stay here and do whatever.
10 minutes. Be back.
Go ahead. Get food.
By
10
8
minutes.
If
I
you're not
will-
back
I
by
will
8
run.
o'clock, I'm gonna punch you in the camera.
Yeah, and you'll
I'll-
just be breaking your
I'll-
camera,
I'll-
Nate.
I'll film myself smashing my laptop. No,
Oh
thanks.
no. That sounds
All right.
horrible as well. All right. See you guys in 10 minutes.
Bye.
So, Rick, question: is Kato a human also, or
Oh, he's an ASMR.
Ismar?
Yep. Hence the white hair.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I would have mentioned you as a human.
Yeah. Well, as it is, there's very little difference between ASMR and humans visually. I mean,
Well,
ASMR are
ASMR have
basically humans with like some celestial
yeah, like
hair heritage in them.
they have like red glowy eyes or those kind of features. Silmar, I'm pretty sure we know the difference between a human and a non-human. He's just like, you know,
Yeah.
inexperienced with the adventure life. He's more the coddled life.
Yeah. Kato can tell.
But he's trying.
Yeah. I can smell dinner, but it's not quite ready yet, so just chilling for right now.
No problem. It's not that far to my kitchen to get an energy drink. So
Hmm.
I'm just trying to decide what my signature weapon of choice is going to be if um, Eric's going to go with a rapier.
I mean, as it is, like once Kato hits level 3 and he gets back to the blade, basically that like broken sword of his is gonna it's gonna reforge itself more or less,
Oh yeah,
and that's gonna be like his main weapon.
because I'm planning on going Blade Singer. So
Nice.
I was thinking of doing a rapier because it's a finesse thing, and Silmir is not the physically strong type. But I also don't want to be the type of thing where it's like there's a rapier and then two people have to fight over it, and like have that long drawn out like, well, I can use a rapier too, blah 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 type bullshit.
Yeah.
So if he's gonna go with rapier, then I might stick with a short sword, or I might go scimitar as my
Well, no.
signature weapon.
What race is Silmar? Like, sounds elven, but like I didn't want to assume.
Yeah, he's a high elf, moon elf.
Oh, nice. It's weird hearing myself in the on YouTube like moments after I talk here.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. That's why I when we used to stream on Twitch, I would do that. And then I would get confused, and I stopped doing that, and then I just watch the stream again when I feel like I want to miss something or I need to update my notes.
It's like
But
me, like I keep track of it just to see if like the audio goes out again, and one of my friends is like, "Hey, the audio went out."
Well, then they should just text you.
They did last time. Let's see. There's a few.
Yeah, they did.
They mentioned it a few times on there. Then they like a whole bunch of them on Discord. Like Rick, the audio's out.
Well, I think this one's better now. So
Yeah.
I haven't. So that's good in that case. The other option, if I do want to go scimitar, is if we can get Gauntlets of Ogre Power and I can get a longsword.
It's like the way I see it. Like no matter what, I'm good because I get to use my charisma modifier rather than strength.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a cool thing about Hexblades. So don't get me like I love that about Hexblades. I just want it to be Blade Singer because they're one of my favorites lore wise. So, Colin, did you take the light spell for yourself? Or Steve muted?
Oh no.
Well, I'm sorry.
Did you take
Colin?
Yeah. Did you take the light spell for yourself so you can see in the dark, or do we have to get torches?
I don't think I did. But I honestly
don't worry, I
remember.
got you covered. As
cool.
an ASMR, I can just cast light, just cause.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Just don't cast it on the squishy people.
Yeah, no, I did not.
So I'm guessing Kato's going to be our tanky type person.
I don't know if I'd call myself a tank, and it's
gonna
gonna be
a very distance combat driven campaign.
Well, for now, like Kato can fight up close, but he's gonna need some gold to get some decent armor first, as well.
Oh,
as,
yeah.
You know, he's gonna do more of that once he gets his packed blade, though.
Of course.
He has a quarterstaff that he can use in the meantime.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Squishy.
So is Silmare. Quite squishy. Though the way that I'm imagining the build once we get a few levels in, I can have a decent AC. But not right now because level 1 sucks.
That's it, guys.
What? Why does it look like he just put a thong over his webcam?
What's up, guys?
Or maybe a jockstrap?
That looks like his headset, maybe, is what I'm going to say
That makes a lot more sense than the bullshit I was talking about.
Yes, I mean, I could see where you're coming from, but I'm trying to get the benefit of the doubt and say it's the headset. Nate, as far as the journal that you did for like the Google one, I don't think any of us can actually edit it.
Oh.
That's why I've been doing mine on my own notebook, but I
Okay, well, I will compile everyone's notes onto that and adjust the permissions accordingly after the session tonight.
Yeah, of course. I just want to because I was like I was checking it before in the in the previous game, and that's why I was doing it in my own notepad, for my own notes and stuff like that.
Cool. No sweat. Oops. Are we all here?
We're still missing Eric, and Rick went to get food, I believe, downstairs, and that's why we have his headset / jockstrap / thong on the camera. Since we're not exactly sure what it is yet.
That was mean.
Hey, Eric.
Okay, I see it.
I had a minute to spare.
Now that I actually pulled up the Skype window, now I see it.
It could be a litter of things. We're not 100% sure what it is.
So you'll have to make your way to the other bar.
The other bar?
Yeah.
Down by the yacht?
Yard.
In the car park?
The yada.
The
my water. Drink my water.
You see, being from New York, this is very condescending. Not everyone talks like that. Although a fair share do.
Oh, my
Which is slightly
hat's
depressing.
out in the car.
Did you need the hat? I guess he needed his hat.
No. It's not that serious.
I said sure at the doctor's office today, and the guy was like, "Oh, where are you from?" And I'm like, "Nah, no."
Boston.
This is now my D&D shirt.
You've gone there.
I don't understand why Colin has that accent.
Because it's an accent, and why not have an accent? Use an accent that you have rather than not. I don't know.
Rather than poorly make a bad attempt at one, like I am.
No, you're not doing it. I like your voice.
Yeah, your accent's
Always
pretty
most.
cool. I'm enjoying everyone's accents that they have so far.
Everybody's trying to throw a little voice on there.
Yeah, I'm trying to be as hoity-toity as I possibly can be.
Trying to slap a gruffy pirate voice together onto a bugbear. It's kind of weird.
I know, but it's so far it's going awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
Right. I just wanted to say right.
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 All right.
Oh goodness graciousness.
You know what I like about high school girls?
Your last name should be Bootlicker.
I'm back, and I have a steak.
Well, that
Stick.
seems delicious.
All right, so let's
Oh, hell yeah.
get it on. Can we sally forth? Are we sallying forth?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys know you need to go to the Steward Dragon Inn, and you know that it's in the dock ward, and you know that you got a map of the city of Waterdeep, but beyond that, you're gonna have to think amongst yourselves. You might be able to navigate the city.
Hmm.
He didn't tell us what street it was on.
No.
Wait, didn't he tell us where it was exactly? I mean, he said I could show you where it is, and yes, yes, do that, because we're not familiar with that place.
So you mark it on your map, and you look at your map, and on Net and Philip Lane in the dock ward, there's a little pin, but I gotta put that in the map here. So here's Net Street. Hit up.
Next street and Philip Lane. So, if you guys would prefer, I could try to charter a carriage, unless you guys want to walk all the way to the dock ward. It's up to you guys, of course.
We should go on foot. We probably spot something moving quickly in a carriage. I mean, we probably miss something. Easier to spot things running around.
Well, you're the experienced adventurers. I will follow your leads.
I look at Silmir and Colin saying he's not really good at noticing things.
Well, that's food.
He does have a point, though.
Did you not remember my initiation?
Your initiation.
Yes, what I can do, and I showed him what I can do.
Oh. Well, all right.
Well, I guess it was like a double of it was.
Look at I am following
everyone.
I am following the skilled adventurers lead, and I'm just offering my 2 cents of what I could possibly offer us until I get my experience on as to the adventure life, which is exciting, by the way. I'm so excited.
So you guys taking Snail Street because it's the most obvious choice, right?
Probably.
Yawning Portal, Snail Street.
Yeah.
To
To
freaking
Philip Lane.
All right. So as you turn your corner towards Philip Lane, as you pass Fish Straight, and then pass like whatever Press Street, you come across a little bit of an altercation. You know what we need? A party.
Isn't that what this is? That I couldn't move?
Yeah. Controlled by all players.
Ta-da! So around here? Where the altercation is, or further?
Let's see. So there's an altercation, and it's like right there.
Right there?
Right on the tip of the bottom of the pin, right? So, yeah, you turn the corner and find yourselves on a street. Wow, yeah. It's been cordoned off here by the City Watch. Lying on the cobblestone is half a dozen corpses. That's like six, right? Half dozen?
Yeah.
Seemingly, the victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have been stationed, and they've managed to arrest three blood-drenched humans that are being questioned currently by officers and stuff. One of the officers sees you and says, "Get on, nothing to see here. Get on now." So you guys are gonna have to find another.
Well, good sir, I know where you have nothing to see, but what exactly happened? I am curious, being of this city and all. I want to know about. Make sure I have the continued well-being of living in this fair area.
It's a matter of the city watch. Is what he says.
Nate, where is the? You said you were going to put a marker down for our where the bar is, where the skewered dragon is.
That tiny purple.
I see. Okay.
Zoom in. I don't know. More than I would say like 80%. What is this? Yeah, still it's the way you're going. This is where you are. That's where you're going. This is where you are. City Watch told you turn around and go the other way. Would you take Shrimp Alley or some other alley?
If we're going towards Philip Lane. What do you think? So that would mean we have to backtrack to Trollcrook? Or we can go around
Zastro?
Here, if they're not.
No, that's buildings.
Oh, shit, now I grabbed the thing. Thank you.
Yeah, so we can either go back through, backtrack and go through Trollcrook and then Zastro, or we go down Shrimp and Restbro.
Either
Like
way,
how far?
Walk.
Like exactly how far off on Snow Street is the thing cordoned off? Like all the way down to Philip Lane, or just the immediate area that we're in?
Right here.
Okay, so not all the way down. Cool. So yeah, we can either go down Shrimp and Prespo, or back up to Trollcrook and Zastro. What do you guys think?
I've given my
Maybe Trollcrook and Zastro, because that would lead us straight into Philip Lane, as opposed to having to do much more walking around. Well, it's about the same.
Straight up go the way of the dragon.
Which one?
The giant main road.
Well,
that goes up the entirety of the city.
Well, that's a lot more walking.
Alright, so you guys fucking are your way all the way back to Trollcrook Alley. And stand over here on Zastro. Are we gonna go up?
We're going down Zastro. It is much more efficient to go down Zastro.
Go for it.
Yeah. Like a bunch of old ladies. You walk down the street.
As soon as I hear the narrator, call me an old lady.
The voice in your head.
Just about like, which way do we go in this confusing big city? No, it's okay. I'm just trying to move it forward a little. So yeah, there's all these tall, densely packed. Let's see. Oh, here's some mood setting as you travel down the street. So tall, densely packed. Most of the neighborhood in shadow. Most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed stolen, and it smells as excrement linger as you pass by rundown buildings. It's rundown buildings. San Francisco. It's New York. It's New York. It's Waterdeep.
Some walks by with it like I guess we're in the right spot.
So on the corner.
As you want to be an adventure. You gotta get used to it.
There's an interesting building here on the market again. What
do the people look like?
People you haven't seen. But they mostly look like Paul.
They're
Paul's
noble.
character.
They're noble.
Paul's character.
He's a noble.
He's a noble. And he fits the bill
like a standard
like a
citizen,
standard citizen, if you would.
Okay.
So people give him space. A few waves. As you go down. As you go down. But then you see the street. Corner building here.
And what's so special about the corner building?
It has a deep facade. Everything is in its window, giant front window, stuffed beholder, and above the door says a sign with elaborate letters. Old Blop shop.
Hey, Shelmeyer, you know anything about that place?
Not particularly. I haven't really been to the dock ward much, but that beholder, that door that I wanted.
Is that written in common?
Yeah. Whoops! It's a giant sturge here to kill you.
Oh no, not a giant sturge! It's Gojira!
Wouldn't that be Rodan?
Or Masura.
Well.
See a sturge is like a mosquito and One second, I gotta look this up.
Old
It'd be the ones from the first movie. And you actually see some lavender scented, purple colored trailing out of the open door.
Whoever this guy is, he really likes the color purple.
We're going to go to the skewer dragon to find out about Bloom, but I definitely want to come back here because I want to come back here because I want that little stuffed beholder. It is, and it thinks it's cute. And it thinks it is an appropriate traveler's item.
It's not a little stuffed beholder. It's not a little stuffed beholder. An actual.
Oh, I thought you were like that. Well, never mind. I don't want the stuffed beholder. I don't want the stuffed beholder anymore. It's not cute.
Okay.
Nothing.
You guys are kind of like talking about it, and the old Zoplap is standing in the doorway. Like big, smoke cloud, purple behind haze, and he's like, Hail and well met. Come and browse the shelves of the most curious shop, bro.
Hail and well met, sir.
I think I know what sort of curiosities they sell in there.
Hail and well met, good proprietor. Hail and well met, good proprietor. We will indeed peruse your store, but first we need to complete a certain task of ours. We will be adventuring into your shop. Quite
excellently rude, my brother. Closes the door. And then he just like closes the door a little bit. And his exodus back into his smoky shop.
When he says that, when he says that,
are we going to do shop? Are we going to do a job? We can still go in, guys. We can still go in, guys.
Argue like old
while they're arguing, I yell at the door.
We're bullshit.
Well, hey, make your way to the skewer dragon.
Yes.
The skewer dragon. I like the way I did it. I like the way I did it in the last campaign. It's a little different. You can tell that all walks of life are accepted here. Some shady foes hanging out in the front. It looks like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed. And as you speak, a guy is like punched and knocked through the broken window. Not a piece of glass is broken. Not a piece of glass is broken. Chipped out. And there's a ship's anchor. That is lodged into the roof for some reason. You don't know why. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards. They have beards. And dresses.
All right. All right. I can deal with that. I can deal with that.
All right.
Who wants to go first and do the talking? Who wants to go first and do the talking?
I guess
Let's go, Pike.
I'm the. All right then. I open the door. I walk open the door and walk in like looking for the bartender. Looking for the bartender. Greetings, good barkeep. Greetings, good barkeep. I am looking for a greatest ale. Mug of your greatest ale.
Greatest ale. What is that? Ale. What is that?
Do we hear? Do we hear this? Is he by himself in there? Is he by himself, or do we follow like?
You all can.
Or do we follow like?
You all can.
25 steps
whatever you want. You can be in there. Yeah.
You let the bait go in first, so the bait's going in. The bait go in first, so the
I'll
bait's going in
follow-
first.
My plan was to follow.
I'll follow.
Behind.
Yeah. Like.
If
Yeah.
besides
Like-
this should
If,
be really entertaining. This should be really entertaining.
So if we
Like,
hear
I-
him
like-
do that. So if we
Like,
hear him
is
do
the
that.
bar pretty much like is the bar pretty much like can I like squeeze in between two cross-dressers and be like asking for ale? Cross-dressers and be like asking for ale?
Yeah, so it's like some dwarven women. So it's like some dwarven women that you are receiving at the bar. Receiving at the bar. And you know, there's one that's like there's one that's like a dwergar. Another one there's like another one like with a gold beard, hair. And beer, and they're drinking and talking amongst themselves. They're drinking and talking amongst themselves, and I guess you and they're like, what are you doing? And they're like, what are you doing? Pardon me, good patrons. Hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? I am just asking for the finest ale right now. Has right now. They don't serve ale here. I'm new to this area. I'm new to this area. Hard alcohols. Cheap and strong is the brand. Cheap and strong is the brand. My good. What do you suggest? Patron, what do you suggest? I drink martinis. I drink martinis. Well, you gonna buy me one? Well, you gonna buy me one? Sure, I will have 2 martinis. Please. Oh, okay. Okay. It's limber up here, and she starts doing stretches. Wait, what are you limbering up for? What are you limbering up for? I'm martini. Puts her cigarette out on her tongue. And then goodness graciousness! The bartender puts them both up. Drinks. She puts them both up. No, one for me, please. Okay, one for me, please. Oh, okay.
I want to walk up to the bar a couple feet down and just immediately, loudly put my hand up. Oi, double whiskey neat. Okay. So the guy sides you over a double whiskey neat. I'm just gonna give Selmair a glance and not say a word. Drink my drink. You're readily confused as to whether or not these male or female dwarves.
Silmer takes his the martini that is made from after the martini that the dwarf is made from after the dwarf took 2 of his. It's like so this is an interesting establishment. How long has it been here? She's like, honey, you're not from around here, are you? Not necessarily this part. It's been around a long time. I don't know what to tell you. It's just what brings you
I'm
in.
just imagining Danny DeVito right now.
I know, right? Well, I was actually looking for someone who was supposed to meet me here. He kind of has wavy red hair, dressed kind of nicely, human folk. You know, that sort. Oh, yeah, I remember. It looks like he stood me up, though, apparently, and I am very cross about that. Wait, who are you talking about again? Well, let's see. He went by an alias, which I don't quite remember. I just know that he dressed very nicely. He's in his mid-30s, wavy red hair, human, quite dashingly handsome. Oh, I know who you were talking about. It's Raynar. Yeah, he's so sweet. Yeah, he was supposed to have met me here for a drink or two, and It seems that he's not here, and I feel stood up. I do not appreciate it.
Chip off the old block, that one, huh? Just as spoiled and rich as his dumbass father.
Now, what do you mean? Please tell me more. I mean, he was on the DL when we were talking a bit, apparently, and he didn't tell me too much about him. Just saying he was going to explain more when I met him here. Who's his father?
So your friend's father, he was the former open lord of the city. You don't know that about your friend?
Well, again, it was a matter of meet her discreetly, and Simmer gives her her a wink.
You're really strange.
Well, thank you. Do you know what I would where he might have been, or like when he was last seen here?
Make a charisma check.
Persuasion or just basic charisma?
Persuasion, intimidation.
Depends how you
Whatever.
want to approach this.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Hi, yeah.
Make it charisma. Okay, so she's like, let's see.
Silmir is being as friendly as he possibly can be.
So just a point of order. You guys are looking for someone else. I don't know if anybody's aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking, isn't Floon?
Yeah, but I'm sure Rainier isn't the person.
God damn it.
At this point, Kato's just sitting there watching like this should be entertaining.
Are me and Kato at an empty table?
If you want to be, yeah. Hold on, I have to do something about my dang dog.
Plan was to sit down at an empty table, play a game for two, and use that as a cover. Look around.
Silmir is trying his best to get information while being discreet and failing.
Yeah. Let's see. What do you all want to do here? I'm sorry, I got up from the table.
No, wait, pretty much just this saying what was going on.
So me and Kato are sitting at a table. I whipped out my
Aha.
dice and a cup, and I'm playing a game with him, and we're using
Alright.
that as a cover to look
So
around.
some other like freaks and geeks come out from the wallflowers and try to engage you in a hand of dice.
I look up and you know I'm gonna be pretty truthful with you here. I don't need your money. Is that him leaving IRL?
Yeah. What do you do?
So you don't want to gamble with them?
I'll try to take them off our course. Say, find another table.
Okay.
Silmir's gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
They saw your dice game and wanted in, but whatever. Okay, so you tell them to blow off.
Actually,
Unless Kato has something to say.
You know what? Let's let them join us. They might be regulars. They might have seen something. A little casual conversation over a game might learn a thing or two.
All right, fine. You know the game we're playing?
Not at all.
I assume they do, yeah.
So what I got here is a cup, and I got a die. We take turns guessing what's under the die. I mean, the die face that's under the cup.
Oh, it's like that one.
You guess it right, you
Red
get
Dead
the pot.
Redemption.
Guess it right, what?
Guess it right, you get the pot.
Oh, okay.
So
It's basically that
I-
one mini game from Red Dead
yeah.
Redemption.
So I throw my die into the cup, I turn it upside down and sort of blah blah blah, spin it around, and then I stop and then I say, "All right, what do you think it's on?"
Hmm.
I go through the round.
Yeah. As he's doing that, Kato's making some friendly conversation with the folks that join us. It's like, so kind of new in town, looking to get some work done. Anything interesting going on around these parts lately? Might require a seasoned adventurer or something like that.
Yeah, but you're gonna we're gonna have to. I'd have to like learn how to trust you first. But I could maybe speak to my boss and see about a little job.
Maybe. Of course,
Um,
I'm just.
word
I
on the
like to kind of
street
gauge.
is word on the street is someone is killing elves and half elves here in the dock ward maybe 3 days ago.
I did hear about some missing persons cases recently. Like, say, elves and half elves. I hear there's a human that went missing around these parts not too long ago as well. Might not be limited to elves and half elves if that's the case.
Really?
Yeah, some guy, redhead, uh, apparently really drunk and hasn't been seen since.
Um,
How do you hear
what's
that?
his name?
Uh, hmm, good question.
So
I think
let's go to the game for a second. I'm sorry. um, fucking Eric.
Mm-hmm.
He decided to say 3.
Okay. And
Is that
what's
cool?
your ante?
Huh?
What's your ante?
I will bet a gold. It's a 3.
All right. I go up to the next person and the next person. I don't know how many people actually sat down.
It's just
And
2 people.
mhm.
And this other individual, is an elf, and he hasn't said really anything yet.
Okay. So it's just him and me.
Yeah, in this
Is
game.
Kato joining?
Oh yeah, 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I reveal.
Like I said, he's just like fishing for information while playing, making it seem all casual and all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I reveal the cup. Well, before I reveal the cup, I say, I think it's a 2. I throw in my gold, and then I reveal the cup. It's a 5, using the charlatan's die, and give Kato his 3 gold pieces, one of which is
Alright.
his, so he gets 2. One of mine.
Profit of 2. Right. You could always get it back from him later if you wanted to. So, yeah. So this guy, let's see. He's just like another human, like guy talking to you. I'm sorry, I don't have a name for him. Let's see. We'll call him Sticky Fingers. He says that the elves and the half elf sailors that have been killed, 3 dead so far. Each have been decapitated at night.
Pretty
So
nasty business.
This have anything to do with that business up on Sand Street?
No, I don't think so. But I don't want to leave it to the City Watch. I don't think the City Watch is going to handle this.
It does
what
seem
else?
like the type of area that the City Watch doesn't put that much effort into.
Decapitations. They don't care about decapitations.
I imagine they'd care more about the decapitations if they were up in one of the more fancy parts of the city.
Yeah, they really
Probably.
don't take care of us as well as they do other parts of the town.
All right.
Must be a big deal if someone from up up there ends up down here, or at least someone dressing all nice and all that comes down here. Probably doesn't go. Probably gets it's noticed pretty easily.
Right on. Well, he says that yeah, like he could, maybe see to it that his boss could pay you all 50 gold each if you're able to figure out whatever it is that's going on.
Any other notable like disappearances or just weird happenings around here lately?
Well, you mentioned you're looking for somebody that ended up lost out of this bar?
Oh yeah, I heard something about that. Some dude coming through here, probably throwing his money around, dressing all nice, and then you're just disappeared without a trace.
Yeah. Somebody said that it was guy named Volo hanging out with his friend.
Yeah, I've heard of the Volo guy. Short guy, writes books, uses a lot of big fancy words. What can you tell me about the other guy?
See, he's like, he was, well, come to think of it, that was something that I heard secondhand. So roll a charisma check.
All right. Just straight up charisma, or like
Persuasion or an intimidation or a social skill of your choosing. I don't want to tell you which one you gotta use. Yeah.
Fair enough. Just like to be sure.
You want.
Second hand by way of who?
Word in the bar that I overheard. Two fellows speaking to each other.
As they do.
What?
That let's see, this guy was like, how would this guy even know this shit?
How would he? Indeed.
You know what? I'm gonna say that he feels uncomfortable talking to you about it.
Now listen. I understand Cato is quite an intimidating fellow, but he's just looking for a man in his life. Like we all are. What if he gave you his money back? Would that convince you to stay?
No, they're not like leaving the table. They're just like, not answering the question.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't have the role play for it.
No, it's fine. Well, you guys still want to play, or have I taken enough of your gold? Because, no offense, but you're sitting in the seats of someone's good.
Oh, right. You're talking to the NPCs. No, they're like, okay, well, yeah, we'll leave, but if you want to look into that thing, just find Yargra Stonefist at the Yawning Portal. Yargra. If you find her, say something comes up, you find a lead or whatever. Go talk to Yargra at the Yawning Portal. She'll be there.
Tug kind of so humans and your weird ass names.
She's a half orc.
I'll stand corrected.
Here we go with the whole racist. The racism ball is being tossed around tonight.
Now listen. It's not that I'm racist. I just stereotype. It's faster.
Oh well, stereotypes do tend to have roots in truth.
All right. Is there anybody else that wants to try to? I'm gonna fast forward this. Roll a social skill to turn up a clue. Because you guys are really dying
Can I perceive a clue?
No.
So my 18 persuasion just got me information on Rainer and nothing important about what's his face, Floon.
I mean, you could ask more about Raynar.
Well, I thought it was the same person, but does Rainer have the same description as Floon? Because
You don't know Raynar?
right, that's true.
Or wait, no, you probably would because you're the one from Waterdeep.
Yeah.
All right.
Does
so
Raynar
make
and
me like
Floon have
make me like an intelligence or like just like any kind of
history check, maybe?
Waterdavian history check. Yes, perfect. It's fucking perfect. Yeah, Raynar fits the exact description of Floon.
So can I reasonably assume they're the same person?
You could reasonably assume that they're the same person. Yeah. Or maybe it's a case of mistaken identity and something, you know?
Okay. So Simon's going to ask the Sir, Madam. Well, it's like, so my lovely patron, I didn't get your name before getting the martini. Who would you be exactly?
Oh, God damn it. Damn you, Paul.
This is why I like.
No, I have a name. I just have to go find it.
Well, I'm trying to determine if I'm going to be using the word sir or madam, because I think the word patron is going to be...
yeah, that's
As
madam.
if you can discern that
It's
from
madam.
a dwarf name.
And I'm looking for it.
I'm
You're
going
not
to
gonna be happy when I give you this name, Paul.
I'm going to relatively think of it as an elf. I would be using sir or madam, pertaining to the dwarf name stereotyping.
This is the Dwergar speaking, the Dwergar woman. And I'm trying to remember her name, but I'm not remembering it.
That's fine. As long as I know it's a madam, we'll figure the name out later. I'm like, my good madam. Does the name Floon ring any bells to you?
And she's like, no.
Or Volothamp by chance?
No, yeah, that's who was hanging out with Raynar was Volo.
All right. So now this poor person, Raynar, he was last here, what, a couple days ago, you would say?
This was like 2 nights ago, right?
Yeah.
Istrid Horn is the name that you've been given.
Did you by chance see around like who left first or when he left or who might have followed him after he left?
She's like, I have no idea.
Well, I thank you for your time. And I hope you enjoy the martini, was it?
Yeah, she's like, thank you very much.
So I will walk to the table that Kato and Tug are at. I'm like, excuse me, John, is this seat taken?
Go right ahead.
Right.
Has Colin gotten his whiskey yet?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Standing at the bar, sipping it, listening.
Okay.
So someone's gonna sit down and be like, so apparently this person's name is Raynar, not Floon. At least that's what I would assume.
Oh, okay.
You guys are also waited on, but I just didn't want to break anything up.
Fair. Interesting. So we definitely know he's using an assumed name then. Anything else you figure out?
Just that the dwarf over there really drinks a lot apparently, but doesn't quite know exactly what happened, and I don't know who else to speak to.
Hint, hint.
Well,
they all do.
Yeah, I was about to say dwarf. They basically have alcohol for blood at this point.
Oh, well.
Their name means alcohol in their language. Or so I hear.
That is interesting to know. Good to remember.
I thought dwarf was keg in their language, as in a container of alcohol.
Yeah, have you guys
I
figured
must have
anything out?
misheard. He tried to, and didn't manage to do much.
Yeah.
I
So
can't talk to people. People seem to be afraid of me, so I'm not going to try to.
I
To be
can't
fair-
imagine. I can't imagine why they would be scared of you. You're so friendly, and I'm not being facetious in any manner. I mean, you are quite friendly. So I guess we are relying on Colin to
So I'm gonna
observe something.
walk over to the table and loudly announce to the bar, "Are you boys still playing that game?" and have a seat in more hushed tones. So no one found out anything about where we're supposed to go after this. You think you might have found someone who knows the guy, but you don't know where.
Well,
No one seems to know exactly where, like, who went first, who left first, who
Okay.
followed, maybe, or anything like that.
Look,
I mean,
have
I didn't know what else to
I
ask
have
her.
an idea, but it's risky.
Does it
well,
involve me being more bait?
No, it involves
thank
clearing
goodness.
this bar.
Oh,
when you say clearing, do you mean clearing or clearing?
Well, here's my concern. If we can get some guilty party in here to believe that someone is after them for something, whatever it is, we might get them to run.
well,
But if I'm wrong,
I'm all.
we're fucked in this bar.
Well, I will go with your lead, considering
Keep
how.
rolling the dice. Keep rolling the dice.
Of course, I haven't stopped. So, who and how are you going to convince?
Well, we'll have to find out who. But I think we can. So, I learned this ability, and I can create the illusion of a sound coming from outside of the bar. Maybe a light cavalry unit searching for someone that they believe is in here, and we see if anyone runs out the back door.
Could
Okay.
work.
I'm liking this plan so far.
Or, I entertained a social skill check, if you haven't made one yet, to uncover more information.
You know what, gents? I'm going to put my hands on the table. I'm going to take my die out, put it back in my pocket. I feel like if none of you can do it, it means it's my time to shine. And I get up
I
from
have-
the table and walk
have
up to the
faith in you.
bartender.
I have faith in you.
What are you doing?
I get up from the table and walk up to the bartender.
Okay.
Is it everyone's been served by the same guy?
Yeah, it's like the main one guy in here.
So I take the cup I was using for the dice game, take it with me. I slam it on the table. I look him in the eye and say, I have another. I'm waiting for my friend.
Okay.
Can't seem to find him. Do you know, God, what did he say his name was? Rainy? Right now? Ryan? Ray? I'm pretending to be drunk.
Rainer?
Oh, you know. Perfect. Listen, he owes me some money. And he told me to wait. Any chance you know where he is?
All right, so roll social skill.
Got -1 in all of them. Doesn't really matter.
Come on, we believe in you.
Roll some hot dice.
Am I deceiving? I guess I'm deceiving most of all.
Probably. Okay.
Let's let everyone else playing roll 20 roll all the ones out. Give it a second. 3, 2, 1.
Yay!
Ooh,
Not
that's
bad.
pretty good.
I know, right? Yay!
Fucking word on the street is that he got jumped the other night outside the shop by rough-looking men in armor.
You got jumped. I only talked to him like 3 days ago. Well, continue. Where the hell did he get jumped?
Outside of that crazy purple building up on the corner.
With the hippie.
Outside of that place, yeah.
Bruh.
It was right out on that dude's yard.
Well, listen. As I said, I was waiting here to get my money, and I thought he'd be here, and I'd be able to pay you for the drink. Then it sort of looks sad.
You can start a tab. It's not
Right.
every day I offer a bugbear a tab, but you seem pretty. Are you looking for work?
What you got?
I don't know if I can really trust you with this.
Listen, I might not look like a trustworthy soul, but trust me. Charisma score
I
of 8,
need
guys.
somebody that I can trust to make a really sensitive delivery.
Well, I'm gonna just put this out here. My character flaw is I follow orders even if I think they're wrong. I don't know.
This guy's really not in a position to give you orders. He's like, I don't know if I can really trust you with this job. But
Listen.
maybe, if you earn some street cred, there's work for you here.
I'll give him like a sideline glance, and then I ask him a loaded question in Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
Like Thieves' Cant is usually like you ask somebody how's the weather up there, and then they understand that that's code for, hey, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he starts speaking in Thieves' Cant as well. And starts whispering to you that I don't know if you know this, but this is a giant Zentarum fucking shopper that you're standing in right now.
I answer back, listen, mate, I'm from the ports. I just sailed in. I don't know the scene here.
Yeah, I mean, like all the big Zentarum players are just kicking their feet up in here tonight, and so.
Listen, if this is you telling me to leave, I will leave.
Some cred with the Zents, let us know. You don't have to go. It's okay. I'm just letting you know, like, now that I know that you know. So this is honor amongst thieves here.
Now that you say that, how about you give me 4 drinks and I put 4 silver down?
Okay. Yeah. He hooks you up.
Sweet. All right then.
And also, that stuff went down. Basically, like I said, right on the corner of Phillit and Zastra.
All right. Well, if you come up with any small thing you can let me earn some credit on, I'll be sitting over there.
Okay. He's like, I will send you a message to wherever you're staying.
Where am I staying?
So ask, where's the weather? Side comment. Sorry. Also, all side comment. Okay, so yeah, so right on. You make like some roguish connections here at the Skewer Dragon, and
All right. So I turn around and walk to the back of the table, and I sit down, and my fur is visibly wet from
so
sweat.
you're like sweating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
why were you asking about the weather?
Not here.
Okay, I mean it's kind of sunny, but okay.
Look out the window.
Something.
Listen, boys.
Let me guess.
Yeah? Yeah, mate? You want to guess? Make a guess. Telling you right now, it's probably going to be wrong.
Something tells me we should, whatever we do next, we should be quick about it and perhaps find another establishment to talk at.
Well, before you were talking about weather, I did overhear something about the Zoplop shop, about him being mugged around there. Maybe we should ask the proprietor about any information he might have seen as far as more clues. Yes?
All right.
So
But first,
each one of
finish
no
your
sound
drinks.
effects then.
I give the drinks out to them. I pound mine, put it back, and then I use the cup to start playing the dice again. And I look at them and say, one by one, get out. I'll meet you by the corner.
What is this, by the way? And as Samir looks at the drink.
Fuck if I know. Drink it.
It's liquid.
It's a cocktail of some terrible creation.
Samir,
Like silver is actually like for a drink is really good. So these are like some kind of like fire red wine.
Samir drinks his and it's like, okay, well, I seem to have lost enough money in here. I need to be making my way, and I go out first.
Oh, don't say that. We're just getting started.
You guys are too rich for my blood. and I walk out.
This guy.
Boys, I don't really believe he doesn't have any more, but I'm definitely broke.
Oh, and I look at Kato, and then there were two. Don't leave me, buddy.
Now, I'd normally stick with it, but, well, my wallet's feeling exceptionally light right now, so I better quit while I'm not broke.
All right. Let me finish. Look through each of the 4 empty tankers to see if there's any more left.
Mine's like mine's like a quarter full still.
Yeah, I'll finish his
Yeah,
off.
I didn't touch it.
Yeah, and I'll
I
finish
smelled
his
it.
too.
Mine was full.
And
All
as soon
right.
as they leave, I take one last look around to see if anybody's staring at me.
No. And actually, you're the last one in there. So they're like, yeah, if you ever want to like basically join the gang, they'll jump you in. You seem super cool and stuff. Like you left the bar with plus on gold, I think. So they're impressed.
Well, that's very kind of you, but I don't want to step on your operation. If there's some minor work you need done, I'll be sure to come through again.
Yeah, the most minor job we have right now is looking into the guy that's killing elves.
Well, that doesn't sound too dangerous. My ears are long, but not that long.
Just Scott, yeah, it always happens at night. So scope the dock wards at night.
All right. And is this the bartender talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they basically like all know the same job board.
Okay.
It's just.
All right.
The
I'll come
DM.
back to you if I find out anything.
Cool.
Thanks for the trust.
Well, yeah. I mean, you started speaking thieves' cant, so
You gave me the look.
right on. So
And
onward
We're going
towards
Get
the
to
out.
plot line.
the Zoplop shop.
All right.
I
So you
We were told to meet him on
Don't
the
I
miss
corner.
stumble out visibly drenched.
all right.
That was the scariest moment of my life.
What happened? I mean, you were talking about salads and shoes and tomatoes.
Oh wow, look at me. I know more than the scholarly man.
Okay, I mean, you know more about shoes than the weather and tomatoes. Congratulations.
You know, for a person who says they study things, you really are quite fucking daft.
Think about it like this, newbie. There are ways to say things without actually saying things that other people don't overhear it.
Pretend that everything what you just heard was me talking in another language. Maybe you'll get it.
Yeah, well, that's just
So
rude,
enough
but
of how you
okay.
got it. What did you get?
That place is full of people who are gonna steal your shit. Perhaps there might be a bit more uh, blood there than is worth our time. I'm not going back. I might go back. They gave me an easy job.
So yeah, I mean, it's the Zentarum. Silmer as
I tell
innocent
him
or
to
whatever you
Zentarum.
may naive you may be. They you know that they are tenacious and uh, cutthroat.
They're
Network.
basically the Faerun Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Paul the player
a
knows all about
shadow
the Zentarum.
organization that trades mercenary and goods for profit.
Yeah. The player, Paul, knows all about the Zentarum. Silmir would know the basics about the Zentarum. Based off once he hears the name, he's just not familiar with thieves' cant because he's not used to roguish types.
Right. So you move on over to old Zoplop shop.
Ciao.
I got a lot of different windows open here.
Colin's gonna walk up and knock on the door, assuming it's still closed.
Yeah, okay. And he's like,
Wait, do I get through the part where I tell them about the guy died right and the guy got jumped right in front of this place?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we're
You have a moment to
investigating.
explain that to them, like when you're right in that moment, same area.
And he chooses to knock on the door anyway.
There's only one way to
All
find
right,
out
so
information.
this gnome that is very much like Jeff Bridges' most famous character, the Big Lebowski, comes out
I'm
with
like
purple
imagining
smoke
myself.
and a robe and sandals. And he's like, I see that the most curiosity shops brought you back, bro.
Sir, I do apologize for
Indeed,
my
it
friend's
has.
behavior earlier. We turned down an invitation and deeply regret it. If that it's still open, we'd like to take you up on it.
I wasn't alone when I said we were broke.
So he explains that when he moved to town, he bought this shop, and there was already the beholder in the window. So he just kind of went with his name, went with it, and changed his name to Zoplop. And now he owns this shop, old
Oh,
Zoplop
this
shop.
is the Zoplop shop. Did
Yeah.
you happen to notice anything over the last few nights? Somebody said there was a story that some sort of attack or something happened out here.
He's like, I will tell you the details, my dude, but first is first. With a new friend comes, with a new relation comes a new What is he gonna say here?
I'm just imagining him sitting there like.
As we just stare at him as he's like mentally thinking what words he wants to say.
He basically says that if you want the information, that you're gonna have to perform a barter.
So you're saying we need to shop before we can get some information. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah. Let's do some business here.
Of
And you look
course.
about this place, and it has like hookah pipes, and somebody rolled me a D100.
Oh, I got this.
What does this mean?
Oh, you
Okay, you can do it
stole
then. I'm sorry.
No,
Sorry,
go
you
ahead.
can roll instead.
Oh, you got 20.
I don't mind.
What'd I get? What'd I do? Oh, I did that wrong.
141.
You rolled
41.
a D.
I had
Oh,
that in
okay,
there
yeah,
from. I had
41.
the plus 100 in there earlier when I was screwing around with it. It's 41.
So he shows you a scrap of cloth from an old banner that was purportedly once a banner that who can I think of? Elminster once held.
Steve's look, Callan's look.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then if that's not interesting, you can look at something else in the shop.
Well, I'm gonna do the nice thing and ask him to explain to me what's this.
It's something that was traded to me.
What's that?
What's that? Whoa. An ornate brooch of dwarven design.
Cool. Sorry, I'm just nervous.
So you just deal in trades. Exclusive.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. What's that?
This I got from an old gnome friend, and he takes this. It's a book discussing the manners of etiquette, and he opens it, and inside is a four-leaf clover pressed inside the leaves, almost the size of your fist.
Just basic etiquette or gnomish etiquette?
I'm more interested in the book right now than the
doesn't
clover.
seem to have a cultural lean. It's Waterdavian.
Yeah. How much?
Remind you of
How
home
much
there,
for
Colin.
that book?
He's like, what do you have?
Well, not much, unfortunately. Or I guess you would like to trade. I could.
Gotta have something interesting. Did you guys roll a trinket for yourselves off the trinket table?
I did.
No.
I don't know what the hell you're
You
talking about.
should have. You should have. So roll me.
I thought you were talking about the.
If you haven't rolled a
uncommon
trinket off the trinket table, roll a D100 right now, and I will give you your trinket.
Sure.
20.
Admittedly, I totally forgot about.
So,
that.
Tugin, you have a glass jar containing a weird bit of flesh floating in a picklish solution.
I feel like I would have eaten it by now.
That takes a cake, I think. A single bone caltrop is what Silmare picked up off the road once. And Kato, with an 85, has a diary with 7 missing pages. It's in the middle. And is anybody
I had
missing?
33 up top.
Oh, 33, I missed it. A glass vial filled with nail clippings. To make this a little bit better,
Amazing.
giant toenail clippings.
Like, now, are we talking
There's
just
one?
extra big toenail clippings, or
Yeah,
like
there's
toenail
like
clippings from an
5 of
actual
them in there.
giant?
And they're from a giant.
Well, don't judge. I do have this, and I'm gonna
Don't
pull the
judge.
vial out. These here are the toenails of giants.
Silmir gives a quizzical look at
Have you never heard
the
of
toenail
these?
clippings. No, but I just. Why?
Oh no, it's great. You grind them up, and you put a little scoop into your tea every morning, and it increases your how should we say, manliness?
The virility.
He's like, dude, I am so sold on this.
Wait. Before you do that, can you just pop open that vial real quick?
Why? Do you want to steal them?
Not steal, but it is a word that starts with an S.
Oh. Yeah.
You want to smell them?
Open it up.
And grab them.
That's my D&D moment.
How does it smell?
It smells like rose oil. It smells like vitamin C and old dirty socks.
Tug puts the...
So, what do you think? Could I trade you for the book? With the clover?
If it helps, it smells like my
He's
home.
so sold on this. He absolutely has to have the toenail clippings.
All right.
Now,
you're all confused about how this generates revenue.
You seem to be a man who's seen that.
I'm dying so hard.
You're welcome.
Okay, what are you gonna
the day I'm gonna
describe?
find Nate's Reddit account tomorrow after he posts on fucking Reddit. The day one of my players sold a vial of toenail clippings as penis enlargement pills.
Oh, I thought you were selling them as Viagra.
I didn't even make you roll deception. He's just so wants it to be real.
I mean,
don't tell me it's not real.
If they existed,
okay.
It probably would be.
All right. So he doesn't know Floon's name or whatever, Raynar's name, but he recognizes this description that you're giving him. 30-year-old male, red hair. He's kind of a dandy boy.
He's fancy.
He knows that they were jumped right outside his shop by rough-looking dudes in black. They were dressed in black. He thinks that there was 5 attackers, but none of them looked familiar. He says that one of them had a tattoo that had a winged snake on his forearm here. It's like a snake with wings. And the dog is going off.
You say there were 5 attackers?
Yeah.
Hush, don't want to turn around to the rest of the group. Weren't there 5 bodies on Snail Street, or was it more?
There were
6.
We may want to try and check out that a little more. Just keep it in mind.
He's like, that's really all I know. But I really need to get down to smoking these toenails or whatever.
Well.
He's grinding them up right now.
Good. Just like that, mortar and pestle. Make a nice fine powder. And then just every day, 1 scoop. You'll see wonders in a week. I swear to you.
Now, before you go and addle yourself, I got me a question.
You got to ask a question? Go ahead.
I found this a while back, and I've been keeping it as kind of like a lucky charm. Do you know what this is? When I take out my glass jar.
Glass jar with the weird. He's
Pickle
like
flesh?
that clearly, and then he pokes it. He opens the pickle jar. He pokes it, and he says, "This is a sample of a gibbering mouther.
Fox that.
It's an aberrant flesh piece with noodly appendages and eyeballs
Is it worth anything?
and teeth. No, but it's
Good.
interesting."
Good.
He's like, "I have this. What do I have? This cloth that is really lame."
Yes, it is. I've got the flesh of an aberrant creature.
What about this brass orb? It's got like a rune on it that I don't even know what it means.
What's it smell like?
It smells like brass.
Never smelled brass.
It's metal. It has a
I've never-
metallic smell. And he's like smelling it for you.
Wait. So you want to trade my jar for that copper brass piece?
Yeah, he's like, "Why the hell not? What else am I doing here? I started with just one red paperclip."
Oh
I'm
my god.
I'm so confused as to how this place stays open.
Well,
For
I
deals
don't
like
ever make
this.
any money, so I don't have to pay any taxes.
But how do you pay the rent for the establishment?
He
Just
bought it
like with
outright.
this old pair of socks. And he's like,
Now I know why I never visit the dock ward.
Well, sure.
I think he's fun.
I've carried this jar of pickled flesh around long enough. I feel like it's time for its luck to transfer to you, and I will take your brass rune bowl in exchange.
He's like, "Wait, I have just the thing for you," and he proceeds to take off his robe.
Ah!
And he's just got like some white boxers underneath and a wife beater, basically. No, not even a wife beater, he's bare chested, whatever. We're all men here. Doesn't matter. He's like, "Take this robe. It kind of smells like lavender and elderberry and dirty socks, but it has a 100 pockets. And I want you to have it."
Tear streams down from Tug's eye. I've never been given a gift before. I'll share this
I've never
in my
traded
life.
my robe before. It's like I'm gonna have to get a new robe, but that's okay.
I will wear this with pride, and I'll try to fit it onto my bugbear frame.
It's
Oh, yeah, 'cause
for
he's a
you.
gnome.
It's a vest.
Okay. I am wearing a robe vest. I'm down with that. Hey
And
guys,
if it ever gets
at this.
uncomfortable, you could tuck it into the backlight, and you have a cape.
You are looking quite dashing, Tug.
I've never been given a gift before, guys.
That's a
It
little
was,
sad.
the gnome is like kind of like teary eyed at this. He was like, "But it was a trade, man. It was a trade.
What do you want?
It's the beauty of trade."
So,
We need to go.
is there any
back
other
with
information we
everything
can
when
garner
we're
from this?
younger.
Is there any other information we can garner from this gentleman?
Yeah. Let's see. He
I feel like there's something else
can't
about the
say
world to
for
tell.
sure. He doesn't want to throw any shade. But now that he really knows you so well, there's a warehouse that he passed on Candle Lane, walking the other day, minding his own business down Candle Lane, that had the same kind of snake symbol as the dude with the tattoo. He's like, "I didn't mention it to the City Watch because I didn't really think about it until now." and it didn't happen until just yesterday. I didn't see the building, that is.
You said that was on Candle Lane?
Yeah, it's a warehouse.
I'm just trying to make some friggin' notes. Keep track of where everything is.
All right.
So yeah, I don't know if you want to go to the warehouse tonight or hang up our hats on a night well played. But
We've been going for a good few hours now.
yeah. Paul, you're still here.
Yeah, I'm good until 10:30 because that's pretty much found the time to get ready for work.
Oh, cool. So I mean, it's like midnight on the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
What does
Right
the
after.
say? I mean, I'd like to keep playing for like a little bit longer, but
I
if
felt
we
like
go
another
into the
15 minutes.
warehouse, it might push into longer than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I can
I'd
take
say-
another 15 minutes as my time limit.
Okay.
I'd say I think we're at a decent spot to conclude for the evening.
Cool.
Got a
Fair
lot
enough.
done, and we got to lead to the next part.
All right. So let's see. No
We
really
hung out with a stoner
combats, but
gnome.
I'm gonna give everybody advantage on some really hard role play and some technical difficulty and just bearing with the process.
So we get inspiration.
Yeah. Or did I say advantage? Inspiration. Yeah, that's the mechanic I was thinking of.
It gives advantage.
Yes. I just want to know what to mark on my character sheet.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
I am advent.
Yeah, and so hopefully, I mean, I felt like I threw down a lot of plot lines, and if you don't want to ever go down a plot line, you don't have to. But I'm just gonna keep throwing them at you.
Dig it, man.
Did you guys have fun tonight? Is there anything that we should not be doing? Or
So far, so good. It's very interesting, very comedic. I know that, and that's always fun. Yeah, but
That's always
so
yeah,
far,
I mean, not a combat intensive sesh.
Which we're not always going to have combat intensive sessions.
yeah. Sometimes
Right. I mean, you guys took it that way, so that's
Yeah.
the way we went.
I
didn't know
remember
who to
one time
fight.
I remember one time in my Out of the Abyss campaign, we actually had a session where there was absolutely no combat, just pure role play session.
I've had those plenty of times.
Oh yeah, my group loved it. It was one of their favorites. I'm rather proud of it myself.
Yeah, it can be cool. Plus, it's the first session, so it's a lot of setup and
Feeling things out, kind of letting the group dynamic settle in and all that.
yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
I was totally stoked for you guys to get into Underbound and then just die.
Yes, but Sealmere knows better than that from being from Waterdeep not to go into the Yawning Portal at level 1.
Yay!
But yeah, it's cool getting the group dynamics and the roleplay as to the interactions. on all
Right,
that
yeah.
other
There was
stuff.
a lot of really good roleplay tonight, and I feel like the character relations were semi-established and everything, so that was cool. It's pretty natural.
Yeah.
Super Force.
So yes, all good. And let me just update my notes because I've been putting them in 2 places.
So, guys, my name's Nate. You all know that, but thanks for playing D&D with me, and thanks for streaming it. And we'll do it next week.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen.
We're the Saga